Hello guys, welcome back. This is really so disgusting. The electricity just go and then come back within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, but in the meantime, my life is gone. I have to start a new life. Just disgusting. Okay. Now, last few days, it is actually happening because of the rain. I guess just started a new life. I hope you are here still. I don't know how many of you are here, and if you can hear me, just let me know that. Okay. I can see Cardo is here. Jebraz is here. Tamimi, good morning, brother. Thank you, brother, for being over here. By the way, I was in for our chart and I was talking about here to this specific gap. So, hey, Big Jump, RS, good morning, both of you, brother. Thank you for being over here. I had started another live actually, and I have to start a new live because of the load shedding. So I was here until that gap. So as this market actually came here, FL Trader, good morning, brother. I'm interested to say it will start to go higher from this gap. It is not going to be broken and this market is not going to fall. That is my expectation so far from the 4-hour chart. Would love to come in 15-minute chart. Now, if you take a closer look on 15-minute chart, I have some buy side liquidity here. This is that relatively equal highs, some kind of buy side liquidity here. I have clean buy side around here. Now, it actually take that high by one tick. Around this high has been taken over here by one tick, but still that is the obvious liquidity. Market has fallen, came until that area, trade that area, and now I believe that it's going to go higher. That's my expectation before the 9:30. So after 8 minutes, the 9:30 is going to open. I would love to say that until this gap is not broken or the market is above this gap. Okay? Just remember, until this market is above this gap, I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. If the market closes below this gap, no trade is for me. A very simple logic, no confusion, nothing. Market is below this gap, I'm not interested to trade around this area. Okay, no more trade for me. I'm only interested to look for buy. At the same time, I'd love to come to this area now on my right hand side where I have new day opening gap and new week opening gap. Okay, so right now you can see this is a new day opening gap, there is a new week opening gap. This is a new today's new day opening gap over here. That is today's new day opening gap around this area. This is that 50-minute bullish parabol gap, which is aligned with this new week today's new day opening gap. Until this market is in this range. Okay, so from there to there. Until this market is in this range. So I'm coming on my right hand side or left hand side here. Until this market is inside this range, it is always the low probability to trade. Always it is the low probability to trade. Below this range, sell is so beautiful if you have the bias of selling bias. Okay, if you find out, okay, this has actually traded some kind of swing low here, left the liquidity around this area, so you're interested to look for sell. There is some kind of logic that you are interested to look for sell. I'm not, by the way, whatever it is. But when this market is below this range, which you have seen that from on my right hand side, new week opening gap high to this 50-minute bullish parabol gap, if this market can close below this range or below this box, sell is more preferable here. If the body close above this range, buy is more preferable around that area. As I'm looking for buy, I really would love to wait for 10 a.m. news, and I would love to believe that this market is going to close above this box from the 15-minute chart, and then it will start to go higher for this buy side liquidity by today. If it even if it doesn't come here, this is that last parallel gap where I will try to look for some kind of 50% around that area to until here. This is a very small range, 50 handle range. So out of this 50 handle, I'll try to take something out of this 50 handle. Inside this box, I'm not interested to trade. I'm not interested to go for any trade around here. If there is something that is so beautiful, I will outline that, but not going to push the button first of all, because this is always the low probability. You can clearly see that how beautiful it is respecting. When which one is going to be respected, I don't know. Nobody knows that, but sometimes it will be respected, sometimes it will go through this. When it is going to be respected, nobody knows that. If you take a closer look from here, from the beginning around this area, just look over here. Market tap to this new week opening gap, respected. New week opening gap low, this is the low of that new week opening gap, respected. How beautifully it has been respected here, then went through this. Below all of this new day opening gap and new week opening gap, went higher again. Where did it came? To the top of this new week opening gap, then fall again, right? Went through this new week opening gap. Previously it was working as a support, now it is working as a resistance. Over here, resistance, fall. What is this? New day opening gap, respecting, fall again, come back again. Where did it came? New day opening gap, respecting. At the same time, build today's new day opening gap. What are you seeing here? It is respecting. Market is using this as a support. Market went through this gap. Until now, this gap was holding the market. Now this time it went through this and now respecting this new week opening gap over here. This is that another new week opening gap. If I remove this one, it will be easier for you to see actually. Don't look at this bold black bold line. This is that upper quadrant. Remember the upper quadrant. This is that upper quadrant. Sorry, lower quadrant of that premium week. That bold line, and this line is minus 1.5 standard deviation. If I can, okay, now it will be easier to show you. Okay, just look at the reaction of these areas. How beautiful it is respecting the constant encroachment. First it respected here, now it is respecting here, now again it is respecting this new opening gap, as well as it is respecting this. So when which one is going to be respected, nobody knows. At least I don't. So for me, this is best idea to leave trading while this market is inside this range from the low of that new day opening gap, as well as I would love to add this bullish favorable gap and below this new week opening gap high. So in this whole area, I'm just not interested to trade. If this market can break all of these things, there's a great opportunity to take sell, which I'm not interested to take because my bias is bullish. Otherwise, if it can go and close above this new week opening gap high here, then I will start to look for buy again. I will wait for the 50% of this last parabolic gap for some kind of reaction. So either I will take some partial or I will close the trade over here around the 50% of this area. I have the clean buy side liquidity here. The clean buy side liquidity, actually you can see here, that is very nice, beautiful buy side liquidity. Above this buy side liquidity, I have the all-time high, which is also the buy side liquidity. So this is my whole plan for today to trade. For me, when this market is inside this range, I'm not interested to take any kind of buy or sell inside of this area. If the market can close below this area, it's a high probability to look for sell, but I don't have any sell side liquidity, as well as my bias is not bearish, so I'll let all of them go. If this market fall until maybe this new day opening gap, I don't know, maybe it will come here, then I'll start to look for buy again until the low of this new day opening gap. So I'm only interested to look for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. If it is a bearish day, I'll let this go and I will not trade this market. Everyone is welcome to look for sell or look for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. Like yesterday, I was not interested to look for sell. Today is I'm not also interested to look for sell. I'm only bullish. If you have any question, please let me know. Otherwise, I will wait for 9:30. 9:30 open. Okay. On my right hand side, you can see this is the 50-minute 50-minute chart where the new day opening gap, new week opening gap, everything is marked. On my left hand side, this is 1 minute chart around here. This is the 1 minute chart, 15-minute buy side liquidity here, 15-minute bullish favorable gap there, and this is that hourly gap. So I'm going to remove the hourly gap actually from my 1 minute chart. Yeah, that's all. So until this market is above this area, I'm more interested to see buy run, even though I'm not able to take that buy. If I see something very clean, very clear, very like trustable, I will frame it, but not going to push the button until this market is not leaving this whole range. Walaikum salam, Stats, Julia. Guys, Forex calendar says Trump is gonna speak at 11. This guy is just crazy, man. Ah, this guy is just crazy, okay? A good day, this guy just destroy. Hey, Trump, stop speaking while we are around the New York AM session. Please stop speaking. Try to speak after 11:30, okay? Please let us trade. This is the 9:30 open. Love to see if there is any opening gap. Actually, there is an opening gap that has been filled already. There was an opening gap, okay? It has been filled already. So I'm not going to mark that opening gap anymore. He's speaking now too. If he's speaking now too, then this is the best idea not to trade right now. Hey guys, if you don't mind, please leave the like to this stream. 115 people are watching. Please make sure that all of you have pushed the like button. Okay, please do that for me. Let's wait to see. Whoever is looking for sell, you're really welcome, brother. If you find any selling opportunity, go and take that sell. I will not take any sell as I don't have any sell side liquidity, first of all, and secondly, my bias is not bearish. So I'm not interested to take any kind of sell. I'm watching this 50-minute candle, how it is going to close. I don't want to say it will close below this box. See this box, it should not close below this box from 50 minutes chart. If it closes below this box, there is a selling environment which I won't be able to actually trade because my bias is not sell. I'm not going to take any kind of sell. I'm only interested to look for buy. By the way, let me know who have watched the video I uploaded yesterday about the order block. Who actually watched that video? I mean that you have watched from beginning to the end. As you have done, I did boom. Yeah, I can see that piece you have seen actually. You have watched it from beginning to the end by your comment. I have watched whole tick by tick. Okay, Theo, the half rest tonight. Okay, brother, I'm watching it. I am halfway finished. Whoever has watched it, and so far, whoever is watching it until now, what did you think about that video? Is that helpful? Is that informative? Is that something like helping you to understand the order block? Just let me know that as well, okay? I'm talking about this video which I have uploaded yesterday, last night actually, from the playlist inside this study folder. The last video inside the study folder. Don't look at the title. Don't look at the thumbnail. They're clickbait. Okay, so don't focus over here. It's all about the order block. I'm actually talking about this one. This gap doesn't have any value to me because this low has been cleared. Okay, this not yet clear, but I think it will be clear. What do you think, guys? Is this worthy to watch that video for 1 hour, 1 hour? Or I think you got bored and you think that, oh, this is waste of time. Give me the true opinion, please. Super. Okay, Theo, thank you so much, man. Wanted this. Very helpful. Yes, very helpful. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Just for saying that. Thank you so much. Any kind of buy from here, I'm able to take it. Why? Because now the market is too far from the new day opening gap. I have the buy side liquidity here, which I'm expecting market will take, and the market is too far from the new day opening gap. So now I have a range. From there to there, I have a range. I'm able to take a partial, at least the partial below the new day opening gap. I'm good to go for the buy now. There is any kind of buying opportunity, I'll take that buy. The hell is happening every single day, man? YM is bullish, NQ is bearish, ES is consolidating. Every day it is happening. I don't know why. It's okay. Still, we are able to make a profitable trade. Can you post here? Okay, I can actually post the link. If you are asking about the link, I am able to share the link actually. That's the link of that video. Good evening, Nudge. Isn't that a random level to buy now? But it is trading the gap. I showed you the gap, right? It's over here. It's trading that gap. Why it is random? That is the base of our trading. From 1 hour chart, there was a gap which has been traded here. You can see this gap. As it was little messy, so what I have done, I came to 4 hour chart. So here, this is the 4 hour chart. If you would love to use this 1 hour chart, you have to mark this gap instead of that 4 hour chart. This is the entry gap, a very specific gap over here. This is all the hourly gap. Maximum line to fall is this new opening gap. If this new opening gap is broken, that means I'm done for trading. I'm not interested to trade anymore. I'm going to 150-minute chart now. What I showed you yesterday, I'm going to show you the same thing over here now. This is the area you should start to look for the order block. I will mark it as in hindsight, of course, because I'm not trading the order block. So if someone love to push the button, I don't want that. So I will mark it as in hindsight if there is an order block. Those people who have watched that specific video I was talking here, that video, all of you will be agree with me. Same logic, same everything. So you have to understand the logic first. Good morning, Mahdi. First presented fair value gap. Okay, brother, I really forgot about, sometimes I forgot about the first presented gap as I'm not trading the first presented gap right now. 81.90, yeah, it is the first presented gap. You can see how much it has provided. I have no idea, did it provide 25 handle or not? Yes, yeah, it has already provided 25 handle. That was awesome. ICT, I can't think 930 fair value gap. What was that, man? Hey, don't you? Thank you, brother, for showing me that. I hope you're doing well, my master. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you, Naj. Thank you so much. If the 50-minute candle close below this new day opening gap, that means I'm done. I have nothing to do here anymore. Until the body close again above this new day opening gap, then trade that gap. Okay, I am done actually. By the way, we all are waiting for 9:30 open. Just sorry, 10 a.m. news. Just don't forget about that. 10 a.m. news. 10 a.m. news. Guys, if I ask you to mark the order block, can you tell me which candle high will be the bullish order block? Is there anyone who can tell me that? Don't feel like that way, brother. You're lucky because you got that wrong. This is a bullish market and you took a sell, so you are absolutely lucky. Is there anyone who can tell me which candle high will be the order block? I'm asking those people who have watched this video. Except without watching this video, please don't reply. It's a request, please. If you didn't watch this video, don't reply to my question. If you have watched that video, tell me which high will be valid for marking the order block. 937, 937. The consecutive two candle. Okay, 937, absolutely. Can you tell me why not this is the order block? This is a down close candle, lowest down close body close candle. Why not this is the order block? Can you please tell me that? I'm really interested to know that. Okay, I'm trying to learn this thing. The last candle inside fair value gap. No, it's not the reason, Sujiban. Long wick. I love you, man. Long wick, small body, absolutely above. Inside fair value gap. No, it's not inside fair value gap. The high of this candle is here. The high of this candle is here, which is above the fair value gap. I'm not using this 4-hour gap, remember. Using this new day opening gap or the hourly gap around this area, not the 4-hour gap. If I look for the 4-hour gap, of course, there is no order block. I wouldn't ask you this question. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Too much weight. I understand. Hemant Kumar, rejection. What do you mean by rejection, brother? I don't understand the thing. Rejection candle, long week. Yep. Something like that. Rejection candle, long week. It can be. But either way, small body, long week. I don't like it. But if I use this consecutive candle, this is my order block, which is the best order block. I showed you, right? So this is gonna be the order block. If not yet, if the body close above this side. Now, maybe there is another candle. Remember, there is another candle that is going to close below this candle. I'm going to mark that candle as my order block. But so far, I'm watching this candle, this consecutive candle as my order block. Can they work as an order block? After closing the body above this line. Until then, no, it's not the order block. So remember that. So it can make another lowest low or the lowest down close body close candle. That is I'm going to use as my order, not this one. So I'll just remove the order block, the text from there, because it's not the order block yet. (9:33 a.m. ET first presented fair value gap). Okay, ICT told that 9:33 a.m. ET is the first presented fair value gap. 9:33. It is 9:33. Okay, ICT just tweeted that this is the first presented fair value gap, not this one, by the way. The mean threshold of is above the opening price of that candle cannot be an order block. That is also an logic, brother. That is also an logic. Of course, that is an logic. I'm not going to mark it. I'm just going to show you as an hindsight. So remember that. I'm going to show you as an hindsight. আহা একা বেঁচে থাকতে শিখো প্রিয়, তোমার নামে সিন্নি দিয়েছি 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 ই ই ই that is also that true. It is also true, brother. I'm just quiet here because I really would love to say how many of you can do these things by your own. I'm just watching it, nothing else. I'm not framing any trade, nothing. I will just show you as an hindsight. And my proof is that video. The video I have uploaded just yesterday. This is the video. I told you that where is gonna be the water block, where is everything. I explained everything over there with so much confidence. It's not cherry picking, it's not something you don't know, nothing, nothing. একা বেঁচে থাকতে শিখো প্রিয়, তোমার নামে নিয়ে দিয়েছি। First presented fair value gap as an inverse way to mark the water block is risky. Remember that, brother. Yeah, it's true, but just remember it's a bit risky. I'm not showing you anything. You guys will do that by yourself. I will just talk as an hindsight. So please don't make me disappointed. Please don't make me disappointed because I have made this so clear to you, all of you. I believe that you don't need my help anymore. And if you don't need my help anymore, I'm the successful here. I'm gonna be the winner, not you. I'm going to be the winner if you don't make me disappointed. By the way, guys, just be careful about this gap, okay? Just be careful, a bit careful. This gap is bit stronger, so remember about this gap. Just enter a buy book, okay? Why? Can you please explain me why? Why did you take that buy? I'm gonna be the hindsight trader over here, but you guys will tell me, am I hindsight trader or not? Or did I show you something already? Already, I have shown you something. Good morning to you. How are you doing? I'm just very happy, brother, because a lot of people are actually catching the point. They're believing it now. They're getting the point. Okay, so I'm really so happy, actually. Price is reacting from the first presented gap. Okay, I don't know that is a reason to take the buy. That should not be the reason to take the buy. You took the buy, that's not the matter. Why did you take that buy? That's matter to me. So if you actually took that buy, depending on that, you did something. According to my knowledge, you did something wrong. I will show this, okay? Just a bit later. Let it work. I'm done with 23 handle. Wow, Aziz, that's cool, brother. That's cool, brother. Just remember this gap, it's bit stronger. Okay, this gap is bit stronger. I'm talking about here. You can see this area. Just a bit stronger, this area. Okay, ICT is actually looking for sell, I guess. 24701.75. 24701.75. 24701.75. Where is that? 701.75. Okay, ICT is actually looking for sell, I believe. 701.75. So this is the area where ICT is looking for. Okay, I don't know what do I have over here. ICT is actually looking this low. I guess there is some kind of swing low or something. I think ICT is looking for that low. ICT is looking for that low. Okay, guys. I just saw his tweet actually, news at 10 a.m. and he told that 24701.75 news noted. Sorry, lows noted. Okay, previous day low. Thank you, brother. No, the giveaway is not done, brother. The reason is today I'm not able to enter into the Streamlabs. Unfortunately, there is some kind of error. I have shown that at the beginning of the stream. Unfortunately, I'm not able to enter over there. That's why I told that if I can enter before the 11:30, I will do the giveaway today. Otherwise, I will do that tomorrow actually, because the mm, it is not actually working over here. That is why. By the way, guys, ICT is looking for this low. So if any of you are interested to take the sell, please go for that. I'm not against ICT. My analysis is telling me I'm not interested to look for sell, so I will try to show the buy only. Okay, I'm not interested to take the sell. Thank you, brother. Mob FX. So I will only talk about the buy setup, not the sell setup. This is that 4-hour bullish parallel gap 50%. Remember the 4-hour bullish parallel gap? This is the 50%. Right now, market is trading the 50% of that bullish parallel gap from the 4-hour chart. Let's see if it can actually restart to reverse from there, or it keep falling and really go for that line, which is here. So I can't look for any kind of order block here anymore because this low is taken. Now let's talk about this order block. That should be the candle which is validate this order block. I'm going to take the buy to the top of this order block here. Stop loss has to be 2 tick below this candle, right? Just 2 tick below that candle. I prefer to take the partial around what to say, I mean the 20 handle or something around that area, and then would love to hold the trade until the buy sell liquidity or whatever it is. Okay, I would love to go for that. Here market has provided actually 30 handle and then it has reversed. Of course, I believe that you will be able to catch some kind of partial over here. Out of this 30 handle, you will be able to catch some partial over here. The order block I have explained yesterday. I was watching this market to see if it can fade to take this low. Without it taking this low, can it make another order block to frame another buy? Now, some of you has talked about the market structure shift around this area, right? Around this area, you have talked about the market structure shift. Now, for me, it's not a swing high. Of course, I can force the market. There is nothing wrong to force the market. Can force the market, but I really don't see any swing high. All I am seeing, this is the sideways candle, and this is a high, that is kind of like long high. Okay, a candle has built some kind of long high. I'm just seeing it like that way. So I really don't would love to mark it as my 22 YT model, but if you really would love to take that entry from 22 YT model, maybe you'll take a loss over here. It is acceptable. Sometimes shit happens. No trade is valid before 10 a.m. You should not take the entry before 10 a.m. If you'd love to take the entry before 10 a.m., you have to be careful about your loss. Okay, because the news before the news, it can be a bit violated. I'm interested to talk about this order block, and I believe that you have found something that you have learned from this video. Those people who have watched this video, tell me that, did you get that order block clearly over here? Did you get the run over here? Here, this low has cleared this low, so I can't use another order block around this area, right? Of course, I can use this candle as my order block if the body close above here, but not depending on this price action. So if the body can close above this candle, it's gonna be a new order block, not the previous order block. No relation with the order block over here, no relationship with that one, but it's a new order block to me here. If the body can close, of course, above this line. Hey Jamie, good morning. Did you guys got the information? Did you understand the order block? Whoever watched that video, did you watch that word block? By the way, this is the midnight open, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Oh, okay, it's from the Sunday. This is the new week opening gap. My mistake. This is the new week opening gap. So this line is the new week opening gap. So this week we don't have the gap. Instead, we have just a line over there. So this is that new week opening gap of the line over here. Market came here. Body is respecting this new opening gap. This is that area. Can it take this sell side liquidity? If it was Wednesday, I would say that ICT is extremely wrong. If it take this low, it should keep falling. What this market should not do. But as today's Tuesday, it can be manipulation, so it can take the previous day low. But it has to be possible when the market will close below this new opening gap. Until then, it's not possible. By the way, so there is a possibility. Maybe this low will be taken, but my bias is bullish until this new opening gap is holding the market. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. Just keep an eye over here. This is now the order block. Just keep an eye over here. But please don't push the button because we are just before the news. 2 minutes after the 2 minutes, there will be news. So news can a bit volatility. So please don't take that risk. Just this is for your observation. The same logic you have used here for the order block, same logic you are going to use here as your new order block, not depending on that order block. It is a new order block. The market closed here, closed above this gap. Now you are using this gap as this candle as your order block. Until the body close, no, it's not valid as an order block, by the way. Mr. T2, what is high resistance liquidity run and low resistance liquidity run in DXY? If DXY and the ES are going, ES or NQ are going to the same way, ES is bullish, NQ is bullish. It's called high resistance liquidity run. If DXY is bearish, NQ is bullish. It's low resistance liquidity run. Guys, that is not my question. My question, please ask, listen to me very carefully. My question is, did you guys got the order block? If any of you has pushed the button, did you get your profit? That is my inquiry, because I have spent 1 hour just to explain this order block. This whole 1 hour is going to give you that 30 candle. By the way, I'm counting the candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, you know that what I'm counting. I'm extremely bullish. I'm not bearish. I believe that this market will go ahead, buy from there. Again, if it provides the buying opportunity from there, of course, you know. No, I'm not asking did you take that entry or not. I'm asking you, were you able to mark that? Were you able to mark that order block? Were you confident enough to see the reaction from the order block at least? That is my question. I'm not asking you, did you take that entry? No, that's not my question. My question is, did you notice that order block beforehand? Did you mark that order block beforehand? Are you satisfied now for the run? from the order block? That's my question. Are you getting the point or not? In a level, in anywhere, we are just going to mark an order block and we are going to get our book. Wow, man. Wasn't it so beautiful? Isn't it so beautiful actually? So right now, this is that order block. You will observe it again. Okay. So 5 candle. After that 5 candle, you know everything. How to use this one. We are watching this one. Okay. Look the bodies. Where the bodies has been closed above this 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Right here. Respected hourly entry fair value gap. New to opening gap. Came to this new week opening gap. All of these things are holding the market. What is my bias? Bullish. So any kind of buying opportunity is good for me from now because the 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 news is gone. News is gone. Above, yes, Mark. Thank you, brother. RS20 handle. Congratulations, brother. No profit, just a huge loss. What did you see? No profit, just a huge loss, don't you? Can you please tell me? I mean, explain me. No profit, just a huge loss. Why is that? Don't I need your explanation, brother? Where was your entry? Where is your partial? Where was your stop loss? Just let me know that. As you told, is a huge loss. Above, thank you, brother, for marking it. RS, thank you, brother. Theo, thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. 1 2 3 4 5. This is the 5 candle. If it doesn't trade this gap candle and later it come back, you know how to mark the new order block to take the entry. All we know that. Okay. So far there is no 22 YT model. I don't have any opportunity to take the entry from the 22 YT model, so I'm still waiting. I need to know from Donichu, where was your entry, where was your stop loss, where was your partial level, where was your target. Please let me know that. As you told, it's a huge loss, no profit. I need to know that, brother. Then I will be able to address your problem, why it is a losing trade. Otherwise, it's not possible for me to address you or address the problem. So please respond to my question. This is the gap actually I'm watching it a bit difficult. Okay, if it can break this gap, that will be easier for me actually to go. All I need to say how it is going to respect to that gap. Now I want to see some kind of reaction from there to until this water block. So it will now come back again to this water block. I would love to see. If it do that, I will be able to frame a buy again. If it doesn't do that, keep going higher. What does it mean? I'm not able to take any entry. If it would give me the entry over here, I would be able to take the buy from there. As it didn't do that, I'm not able to take any kind of buy as I'm not a chaser. Okay, I'm not chasing the market. At the same time, here is the 22 YT model, perfect 22 YT model, market structure shift. You can see here, this is the this is the market structure shift. This is the best market structure shift. There can be nothing beautiful, more beautiful than this market structure shift. Last fair value gap. There is the last fair value gap. Entry gap. A bit risky. Where can I use the entry gap? There is a gap, actually small gap. There is a gap. Now it's really so difficult for me to mark the. Okay, it's better to mark it from the 2-minute chart actually. This is the last gap, this is the entry gap. So I have to use this area to mark my entry gap. I'm 1-minute chart. This is the entry gap actually. This whole zone is the entry gap from 2-minute chart. As you can see, it's a bit confusing, okay? Because I have a gap here, very small gap. I can skip this gap, no problem. This is a gap, this is a gap, this is a gap, lot of gaps. So I can use this gap as my entry gap. Reaction, what did I tell? Reaction from this gap. See, you are getting the reaction. So in my opinion, this is an opportunity to take the buy from this gap. Stop loss has to be below this area, which is nearly impossible for me to do it here. So I'm not going to take this trade because I'm not able to put the stop loss below this low, which is actually the liquidity taken. So I'm not going to put the stop loss. If you ask me where I can put the stop loss more precisely, then I can just cover the high of this hourly gap. That is the most important area this market should not come. So this is the lowest area I can put my stop loss. From to the top of this gap, if I take that entry, my stop loss has to cover at least the high of this hourly fair value gap. Still, that is 2700, so it's huge. I'll just let this go. I'm not going to take it because it is not supporting my stop loss idea. That is why I'm not taking this trade. 22 entry was 944 fair value gap. 944 fair value gap. Okay, I talked about this because this was not a 22 item model. I was talking about the water block. That was the water block. I was talking about the water block, brother. Unfortunately, I would get stopped out over here. So no, either way, I'm happy because it's a huge risk to put the stop loss below this low. I'm not interested to do that. Even though this is one of the best 22 white model, but as it is a huge risk, I'm not taking this trade. Instead of that, I will say if there is any water block opportunity to take the buy or not. So this is the low I'm watching. Should not be taken. It came here. See, reaction from this gap. You have to know this type of things. It should come here, then it should be reacted from there, and then there can be some kind of buying opportunity. I'll take that buy. It's 947, a bullish breaker. 947, 947. I don't see any bullish fair value. I mean, sorry, breaker block, by the way. But if it is the breaker block, you please go for that, okay, brother. I don't see any breaker block, so I'm not marking the breaker block. So this is the lowest down close body close candle so far that has traded this order block. This low didn't taken, is not taken so far. This was an 22 YT model, but you know, if I take the NT over here, I'm not able to put the stop loss over here. So that is why it is an invalid setup for me. Now, if you're able to put the stop loss below this low, you go for that. But as it is not like that to me, I'm not interested to take that entry from that 22 YT model because of my huge stop loss. That was the question. Oh, okay, brother. It's not the breaker block because for breaker block, I need to see something very specific. If the market is not here doing that things very specifically, I don't look for the breaker block actually. I took this short as it created the order block on 1 minute trader last 1 minute 15 who is the market below. Yeah, of course, brother. I don't have any problem. Okay. First of all, yesterday's video, what did I say? I am interested only to take the order block entry toward my bias. What is my bias? Bullish. I have seen this thing, man. I told that I'm interested to see that it is going to respect from this fair value gap. More importantly, this is the new day opening gap. See this new day opening gap as well as this is the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Look at this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. If I mark this candle around here, extend it to my right, you can see that this candle has closed below this candle here. So next candle open, tap to this order block, it has fallen. What did I told to my yesterday's video? My bias is bullish. I will only frame the buy setup. Buy order block is important to me, not the bear order block because my bias is bullish. I don't care about the bear order block. You have marked this one, maybe your bias was bearish. Now, if your bias was bearish, did you see how beautifully it was worked? It worked over there. How was that, man? I need your explain. I mean, your your feelings to see this beautiful beauty of this market. What is your feelings, man? I need to know about your feelings to identify the order block change in state of delivery from a very specific level. What is your feelings, man? The news is positive. What does it mean, my brother? Okay, now it has been shifted from here to here. Why? This is the lowest down close body close candle so far, by the way. You're observing this candle. Okay, that is the candle you are observing. That candle you are observing. Thank you, Abab. As you were watching it, you were seeing it. I'm really happy because you were seeing it. It is coming here. Why it didn't give me the entry? It didn't give me the entry. So what I'm looking now, this low and the lowest down close body close candle and another body close. Come on, baby, unite. Friday night again. Friday night, all unite. Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I want you, baby. Baby, I don't want you to come tonight. Did the body close? No. Is there any water block? No. What are you looking for? A body close above the lowest down close body close candle. If it doesn't close, keep falling. I have nothing to do. Now it is going to be switched from there to there. Why? This is the lowest down close body close candle. It seems like a very big candle, but it's not a very big candle. Okay, don't get confused. Actually, I marked it like this way. That is why it seems like a very big candle, but actually it's not. The news is positive. What does it mean, brother? Actually, I don't understand the meaning of the news. If it is positive, that means that is sign that market will fall, or that is the sign that market will go higher. What does it mean, brother? Because I only look for the price action. I don't know what is the meaning of the news. Please help me to understand that. If the news is positive, what does it mean? By the way, I'm going to remove this box, and instead of this box, I'm going to keep only this line. This line can't be taken. If it is taken, I'm not able to mark the order block over here. Of course, I'm also looking for the 22 IT model. If there is any, I'll use this one, use that 22 IT model. Of course, I will do that. Big displacement, that's a retracement. Look for buy after a big candle with a correction low, and then enter. That's a valid order block. Big displacement, that's a retracement. Look for buy after a big candle with a correction low, then enter. That's a valid order block. Thank you, Elsen. Thank you so much, brother, for letting us know about the order block. So I didn't actually get you 100%, but I understand that you are looking for some kind of displacement or something like that, that is going to prove that this market has been reversed. Okay, so something like that. Maybe you tried to say something like that. Job opening forecast 7.21 million, but it is more than that. Actual point is 7.23 million. So I think that's why he's saying positive news. Now I'm not, that is not my question. If it is positive or if it is negative, I don't care. But when it is positive, what is the impact on NQ? When it is negative, what is the impact of the of the NQ? That means if the news is positive, NQ will keep falling. If the news is positive, NQ will keep going higher. What is the relationship with the positive and negative according to the NQ direction? I was actually curious to know that. Okay, Bizarro brother, if you can help me, actually, I'll be happy. Come on, baby. Hit the dance floor. Hit the dance floor. If news is positive, NQ should go high. Oh, okay. So I'm looking for buy, and for news is positive, so I think I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone. Check 3 minutes if there is an no, brother. I am not interested to force the market. So if you are asking me to go to 3 minute chart, 4 minute chart, 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart. It's called forcing the market. That means I need an entry. I'm not getting it from 1 minute chart, so I'm going to switch my time frame from 1 minute to 3 minute to 4 minute, whatever it is, to force the market to give me the entry. It's called forcing the market. So I'm not interested to do that, unfortunately. But if you find any opportunity, please share that from the 1 minute chart. I will actually do that from the 1 minute chart, or I'll mark it from the 1 minute chart. But I'm not going to force the market by switching the time frame. It's called FOMO, brother. In my opinion, by the way, I'm not judging you. That is my opinion. Stronger positive jolts, high job openings, labor market is still hot. Is risk is inflation. Fed could stay weak. NQ tends to drop. NQ tends to drop. Okay, then I'm at risk because I'm looking for buy, so I think I'm at risk. Still not body if the body close. Remember, no body close, no order block. Until now, there is no 22 YT model. No 22 YT model. There was an order block. Unfortunately, market didn't give us the entry. There was an order block. Market gave us the entry. We got the partial, stopped out. No entry. So this is the third opportunity, actually, in my opinion, to look for the order block. If it doesn't work this time, then I will just remove the order block idea. So now this is the order block. Within 5 candle, it has to come back here to this order block. Within 5 candle, it has to come here. And buy side is here. After clearing the partial around 20 handle, okay, around 20 handle, clear the partial, buy side is here. If it come back again here within 5 candle, 1 2 3 4 5. But your job is to understand the logic. If it doesn't give me the entry, it's different matter, absolutely different, but you are getting the point, right? Nobody is actually thinking this is a bearish market, nothing, absolutely nothing, right? Brother, I really appreciate it, but don't tell me what I should do because I know what I'm doing. But if that is your opinion, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, man. There is no 22 YT model, brother. This was the 22 YT model here. This and this. This is the best 22 YT model. I was not able to take the entry because my stop loss has to be below this low, which I'm not able to do. Nothing. This is the best 22 YT model over here, but the range was huge to me. So I can't use this huge range to take the entry from that 22 YT model. Low has been cleared here. Market structure shift, which is the perfect market structure shift. I was really confused because a lot of gaps over here. But if you just go tick by tick, then you can see this is the last fair value gap. This is the entry gap over here. And within actually 5 candle, it came to this entry gap over here. This is the, I mean, if I go very specific way, but I can't use this to take my entry. Why? The reason is that range is huge. Even if I take the entry from this entry gap, even if I do that, 43 handle stop loss. I'm not a trader who love to take some kind of 43 handle stop loss. I can do whatever I can do. I can put my stop loss maybe here, maybe to the top, maybe to the below of this gap, or maybe here, depending on that. Maybe I'll get stopped out and you will start to judge me. But I know that my stop loss has to be over here. As it is too much, I'm not taking this trade. I'm interested to look for another opportunity inside that gap, inside that model. So another 22 YT model, which I called the inside model. If I get that, I'll take that, depending on the stop loss, depending on my risk management. Okay, so here the order block, right? 1 2 3, within 3 candle I got the entry opportunity. Partial, like make it 1:1. Okay, just make it 1:1, as it is like near about 26 candle. Just make it 1:1, where you have explained this. This is that video. I have showed this setup. Look, this setup in that video. three times. I didn't have the time actually. That is why I didn't go every single way. But I just showed three examples of this setup, very specifically this setup. I'm not taking it because I'm only interested to look for 22 white one. Just look over here. The problem is made more the consistency, so now I have to take a loss. Now every trade you take, I will take opposite. Please go for that, brother. Please go for that. Price keeps rejecting from 730 open. I'm seeing that the price is rejecting from this new day opening gap over here. This is that new day opening gap. This is that new day opening gap. It is rejecting from there. There, I'm happy. But still, I'm trying to show you something I have explained in this gap, in this video, because people will think that this is cherry picking. Everyone can do that as in hindsight. So I'm showing it to you in live. Some people are new, okay? I'm not talking those people who are with me for so long. So I'm trying to show you in live. First here, from there. First time opportunity from the order block. Here, from that order block. There, okay? That was the order block. Of course, stop loss has to be below this candle or to tick below that candle. We'll go for some kind of partial. Okay, just do it wherever you do it. Here, I'm just going to hold the trade until 26 handle. The best is until 20 handle. That is the best to take the partial around 20 handle. So I'll mark two line over there. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you, man. Partial is your choice. I will keep it 1:1. I'll just keep it 1:1. Those people who have watched this video, that video, in this video, exactly this situation, how many times I have explained, exactly, okay, there is no confusion, nothing, exactly the same thing in that video. How many times I have shown that to you in that specific video. Go and please recheck. This is so beautiful price action, Jonathan. This is so beautiful price action, brother. I'm not agree with you, brother. This is really so beautiful price action. There can be nothing more beautiful than this. Guys, I'm going to show you something, okay? Look, remember, this is the order block. Market failed to trade this order block. I waited for another candle to trade this order block, okay, over here, to trade this order block. Close above this candle, buy from this candle, partial is at least 20 handle, or I just kept it until 1:1, whatever it is. Just remember that. Why it is loading? Okay, let him load a bit. Let him load a bit. Okay? I'm not able to use the sound, I guess. I'm able actually. Just look over here. That was the candle I marked as an order block here. Market didn't give me the entry from this order block. So I'm watching these candles to use my order block. Okay. Look, I'm just marking these candles over here to mark my order block. Why? First time I didn't get the opportunity to take the entry within 5 candle. So I have marked the candle as my order block. Are you seeing the same thing right now on the market? The same thing. First time order block here. That was the order block around this area. Did market trade this order block within 5 candle? No, it didn't trade the order block within 5 candle. Went higher. Came back again inside this candle. Failed to clear this low. That is the lowest down close body close candle. Body has closed above this candle within 5 candle. 1, 2, 3. Within 3 candle, I got my entry over here. Partial, at least 20 handle. I just kept it 1:1. Just 1:1. over here. So it didn't give me the 1:1. I don't care. Maybe you took the partial around 20 handle, put the stop loss to the break even. It's up to you. But I would love to keep it 1:1. Aren't the same kind of scenario over here? What you have seen exactly over there. Aren't them the same kind of scenario? If you took the partial around 20 handle, you should get stopped out already. If you didn't take the partial, you are still in this trade. You are waiting to get your, to get your partial at least. Okay, then we'll see if there is any kind of boom or something like that. I mean, if it can reach until this buy side liquidity or not. Okay, that. At the same time, look, take a closer look over here. See this here. Just look over here. Remember this and that gap. Now look over here. Please don't focus on the chat. I'm requesting, please don't focus on the chat. I can see a lot of ICT PhD holder today. Okay, so please don't focus on the chat. Those people who are with me for so long, please don't focus. This 1 minute chart is just a noise. There is nothing in this 1 minute chart. Nothing in this 1 minute chart. Everything is here. Everything is here. I'm going to remove this 4 hour chart. This is that hourly entry fair value gap. This is the new day opening gap. This is the new week opening gap. They are holding the market. You can clearly see that they are holding the market, right? As they're holding the market, this is the bullish market. This is just a reaction from this gap. It has given me the reaction. If the body close below this area, then and only then this is the bearish market. Until then, it's not the bearish market. It's extremely bullish market. All of this price action you are seeing here around this area, all of this price action, this is a bullish market. You are seeing just 1 minute chart. That is why it is a bit difficult for you. This 1 minute chart, I'm showing you something very specific that I have already explained. Now, if you didn't watch this video, that's not my fault, brother. I just posted yesterday and I'm showing you exactly what happened here. I explained exactly same thing around this area. Okay, so please watch it and focus over here for learning. Sujivan, that's cool, brother. That's cool. If you close it around 20 handle, you did the best job. I would love to keep it for 1:1. I just love to keep it 1:1. And then I would love to hold it until this buy side liquidity by trailing the stop loss or everything over there. I want to see if it can give me at least 1:1, because most of the area in this video, I explained 1:1. That is why I'm holding or trying to hold it for 1:1. My request, please don't focus on the chat. If you focus over there, you will get confused. Everyone has different opinion. Okay, I am right here 100%. No, I'm not right 100%. I can be wrong. Maybe this will be a losing trade. I don't care. But I'm interested to show you something very specific with some kind of very specific logics. Okay, very specific logic. I love to mark it if it trade the open or the candle. I love to mark it as an hindsight. This is the real or the most sensitive area of the order block. Remember, this whole block is the order block. From here to here, this whole block is the order block. Not that line, not that line. This whole block is the order block. If I see the body has the candle came until the open, I love to mark the open. Just the open, okay? All of this bearish gap, don't focus over here. They don't have any value. No value. It doesn't have any kind of value. The value was here. I showed you that value. What did I say? I want to see it will come here. From there, it will come there. Where? To this order block. Then it will make the order block and then it will go higher again. This is the gap you should focus, not this gap. If this gap doesn't have any value, trust me, man. Now I'm really so tired. I would love to reply Donichu actually, because Donichu is thinking this is really ugly price action. Brother, it is uglier to you because you are seeing the 1 minute chart only. The 1 minute chart, it is consolidating, right? The 1 minute chart, it is consolidating. but still if it is consolidating, we are able to get the profit from this consolidation if you know the logic. So you have to work with the logic. What I'm doing here, I'm showing you the logics around this area. One question, bro, is 1019 a water block and 1026, 1019 water block, 1019. This one? No, it's not the water block, brother. It's not the water block. If there was a market structure shift, I would use this one as an water block. But you can see there is no market structure shift, so it's not our classical water block. Okay? It's not our classical water block. Remember the relatively equal highs over there I showed you? That should be your focus. Not this gap, not anything else. That is your partial from the water block. Exactly the same thing I have shown you in this video 3 times, I guess, because I didn't have the time. It was already 1 hour video. I had to skip some of the setup. I had to skip. The same thing for the first time, it has built the water block. Market failed to trade this water block, made another water block, trade that water block. Look over here. It has traded that water block and give you the boom. Look at this boom from the same water block. Okay, look this situation. I can go earlier. You will be able to see same thing again, and again. Look over here. For the first time, it has built the water block. Market didn't trade this water block immediately. Is that valid? For example, you took the entry from here. It's a bit risky actually. From here, okay, after a long time, then it has worked perfectly. But sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, sometimes it actually break this low and your bias is wrong. Maybe you will get stopped out. So you don't need to wait for that. You will wait for a new order block. When the new order block will be appeared on the chart here. Look at this candle. That candle has validated order block. Came back again to this order block. Gave you at least 1:1. Put your stop loss to the break even. I'll get stopped out now. I don't care. Where should be my target? This buy side liquidity over here. This gap doesn't have any value to me now. Why? Because this gap has been used here, and though it is the last fair value gap, I would love to see it will go through this gap now. With speed, it will go through this gap and it will come for this buy side liquidity. That specific buy side liquidity. Can it stop the market again and send it lower? No, it can't do that. It can't do that. But this new day opening gap can do it. This new day opening gap has that power. So unfortunately, this 1 minute last parallel gap and this new day opening gap are aligned with the same area. See, the same area. So unfortunately, it can actually do a lot of play up and down, up and down. It can play like this way. I don't need to get that boom until here. I don't need to get it. Did I get my partial? Of course. Is my stop loss to the break even? Yes. Let's see if it can give me my boom. If it doesn't, I'm okay. I'll wait for next opportunity. By the way, thank you, Abab, for writing boom. X-Man, thank you for writing boom. Belmont, thank you for the writing boom. Marquis, thank you for... Oh, Marquis, where are you, man? Okay, Marquis, there is a big conflict, okay? You will say order block is the boom, I mean king. I will say breaker block is the king. For me, breaker block is the king, okay? So it's actually different. When I will start to talk about the breaker block, I'm going to challenge you, brother. You will fall in love with breaker block. But the problem is breaker block doesn't appear all over the time. Okay, it is very rare. That's the problem. But when it is appeared on the chart, it's unbreakable. 95 times out of 100 times it will work. Either way, Marquis, please watch that video, brother. It's my recommend. Okay, I mean it's my request to you, brother. I'm going to share the link actually. The same thing happened over here. I have explained the same thing over here. So please watch this video, Marquis. Donicho, did you get your boom, brother? So a new order block is valid only after market structure shift. No, it's not like that. There is some other logic as well, but the best is to wait for the 22 YT model to mark your new order block. That is the best case of scenario. Above the two time frame order block. I called it two time frame, right? So if you would love to look for one time frame order block, that is the best to wait for the perfect market structure shift. You know, Brian Strong, a very good trader, he only trade with the breaker blocks. I didn't know that, brother, unfortunately, but breaker block is something I believe that is the best, in my opinion. But it is very rare actually. Market doesn't build the breaker block all over the time. For me, actually, my breaker block doesn't appear on the chart all over the time. Maybe in a week there will be one or two breaker block maximum. But when it will appear, it is kind of I'm kind of 100% sure it's going to give me the that's something like that. After taking the entry, stop loss is to the break even. Interested to see it will go through all of this area and hit that buy side liquidity. If it doesn't hit, stop me out. Do I care? No, I don't care. Why? My partial has been cleared already, right? That was the partial. 26 handle 1 is to 1. Partial has been cleared. Put my stop loss to the break even. Would love to see if it can go for that buy side liquidity. Why did you push the button? I'm only interested to look for the 22 white model. Now, if you take a look here, around this area, I have got the 22 IT model. I actually forgot to talk about that 22 IT model, but this 22 IT model is not valid. Why is not it's not valid? Because from here to here, which is the new day opening gap, I'm going against the new day opening gap. I'm not interested to push the button just below the new week opening gap. I'm not interested to do that. If I could push the button from here somewhere, according to the 22 IT model, I would go for that trade. I don't have any problem. But when the market is just below that new day opening gap, I'm not interested to take that entry from the new day, from the 22 IT model. My honest question to you guys: if is there anyone except Suzy one, because Suzy one told that he has taken the 20 handle partial and then got stood out maybe to the break even or whatever it is. Except Suzy one, is there anyone who took that entry from that order block as well as who has actually watched that video? After watching this video, by marking this order block, took that entry. Is there anyone? Man, I should not do that. At least not public. I'm trying to draw your attention in a very specific area so that you guys can understand the basic thing of the ICT concepts out of this fake world. Everyone is faking you. Everyone is faking you, man. Not everyone, actually, most of them. But there is someone who is actually better than me, better than a lot of people. But at least, okay, that maybe I'll get stopped out over here after clearing the partial around 26 handle. Okay, so after here, I'll get stopped out to the break even. Am I profitable? You judge. No, it's not valid anymore, Chucks. So those people who will say that, brother, that is cherry picking, hindsight. Everyone can do that after the price effect. They should know that we have shown the same example the very next day after uploading that video to our live stream, and you guys are my witness. Abab, you took that trade. That's cool, brother. RS, you also took that trade. By the way, both of you are profitable or just got stopped out? Just let me know that as well, okay, brother. One thing is here, what Suzivan did, took his air partial around 20 handle. Always do that. I'm showing you 1 is to 1, don't go for that. Take the partial around 20 handle. Even if it is 1 is to 0.5, don't give a shit. Take the partial 20 handle, put your stop loss to the break even. Simple. Always do that, okay? Got one. Okay, Theo, congratulations, brother. Was that profitable or you just took some loss over there? Yes, and got my 20 handle. Congratulations, Prince. I really appreciate those people who took the 20 handle partial because I will talk about a lot of things, but you guys will focus only 20 handle, only 20 handle, just 20 handle, man. I didn't watch that video yet, too. I will watch it today. Is it on your study playlist? Yes, sister. It is inside the playlist, study playlist. The last video inside that playlist. But remember, it's a bit longer video, 1 hour 11 minutes. Okay, still I skip lot of information, so there is actually 60%, I can say 60% of my understanding about the word clock is in this video. If I would love to make it 100%, then it would be kind of 3 hours video. Nobody would watch that video and nobody actually like it. I'm so sorry because it's still so long, 1 hour and 11 minute or 12-minute video, but I tried my level best to explain everything from the beginning to the end. There will be no more question, no more PhD things of the ICT order block after watching this video. Nothing over there. No more order block is valid. No more order block is valid here. No more order block is valid for here. I think you guys actually got my point. Okay, dolls. Sister, please watch that video, okay? I actually put the link on here in the comment, so you guys can just keep it as a, so later you can watch it. I'll just keep it, put the link here. Those people didn't watch, please watch it. Whatever I showed you here, first time there, second time here, 2 times already today. Even Ahbab, if I'm not wrong, he took the cell from that area. The same logic, everything, same logic. If you watch that on, you will see that it is happening everywhere. You are just not aware of that. Everywhere, lot of times, every day. When you will see it, you will never unsee it. Those people seeing this is a mess price action. Of course, this is ugly price action. Of course, this is ugly price action. But this is not ugly price action to me. Why? Because it is respecting the PDRS. It is consolidating but respecting the PDRS. For example, I was watching this candle. Maybe this candle will take that low, then it will make the word block, then it will go higher. That is ugly to me because it is not respecting the PDRS. But now I'm seeing this is so beautifully respecting the PDRS. So this is so beautiful price action. By the way, this is the inverse gap. Those people who are interested about the inverse gap, this is one kind of perfect inverse gap. So the buy will be here, stop loss will be below the inverse gap, but it is better to put the stop loss below the candle which has made, which is the swing low or something like that. So for the sake of this conversation, I'll put it around here. Okay, just here. Please don't push the button, it's my request, and go for 20 handle partial, something like that. This is one of the best inverse gap. This one. Why? Because of the time, because of the place it has been built for. Please don't push the button because I'm not interested to take the responsibility, because you are interested to copy my trade. Please don't do that. My job is to show you something. I'm just showing it to you. Yes. But I'm now working with 22 IT model. As the word block is including the 22 IT model, I have to talk about the word block. That is why I'm showing you the word block. Yesterday there was no 22 IT model, and before the PM session, because there was the PM session, there was a very nice, beautiful 22 IT model. I tried to explain that, but electricity load shedding actually stopped me. So I was not able to explain the yesterday's PM session. Beautiful price action. I was not able to show you that because of the load shedding. Otherwise, I would be able to show you this thing, by the way. The price action to me, since government's shutdown deadline today could make market very volatile. It is possible, brother. I agree with you. Can you explain why no order block is valid now? Because it has already done its job. The change in state of delivery here, it has already done its job. Now, market didn't move. I'm not interested to use the same jobs or same area to use an order block again, again, and again. I'm not interested about that. After this, the most important thing is the inverse gap. While the order block is done its job, the most important PDRA here, either 22 IT model, which is absolutely always the best one, always the best one, 22 IT model, or at least the inverse gap, not the order block. That should be the partial actually from the inverse gap, at least 20 handle partial, or you can go for 1:1 where it will be 14 handle 2 tick, something like that, whatever you like. I don't care actually below the 20 handle around the morning session. So my minimum should be at least 20 handle. Minimum should be at least 20 handle. And then, of course, I can hold my trade until this buy side liquidity around here. So I can do that until here because there is 99% possibility this market will take this liquidity now. There is 99% possibility. It is not going to do this thing anymore. All the job is done. Finally, inverse gap. Now there is 99% possibility it will take this buy side liquidity. 99%. I'm not saying 100%. So please don't come back and tell me whether it didn't take that liquidity. You are 100% wrong. I'm not saying 100%, but 99% possibility. It will just keep going higher and take that liquidity. In future, I will do that. Resumes. In future, I will do that, brother. I'm trying to go step by step. Okay, all the things I can't cover by one time. In that type of situation, I will be confused. So here you see that I was focusing only 22 YT model and the wardrobe block. Here are the 22 YT model. I told that this is the best model. I didn't say that it is something that maybe it will work, maybe it will not work. No, I didn't say something like that. I told this is the best 22 YT model. I'm not able to take the entry because I'm not able to put my stop loss into the most logical level. At least I have to cover that wardrobe block low. If you have watched that video, I have also talked about that things in the 22 YT model, the importance of the water block by one line only, by the way. So you can see how beautifully this 22 YT model is holding the market, and there is 99% possibility. Finally, it will take that buy side liquidity over here. Just my job is to show you something. I'm trying to show you. Okay. So far, if you ask me, is there any 22 YT model? Just this one is valid as a 22 YT model. It's not valid because the entry is gonna be just below the new day opening gap. This is the new day opening gap over here. This is the new day opening gap. On my right, you can see these two lines inside the new day opening gap. So here, this is that two line, which is new day opening gap. So from here entry, here no, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. RS 220 handle partial boom from order block done for today. Isn't it beautiful, RS? Yeah, I agree with you. It didn't give you the 100% boom, right? Like this type of 54 handle, 100 handle, it didn't give you that. But it has given you for 20 handle, 20 handle, 40 handle. It has given you 40 handle. Isn't it beautiful? And the most important part is you marked it by yourself. I didn't do that for you. You did it by yourself. This buy side liquidity has been cleared. What did I say? There is 99% possibility it is going to take that buy side liquidity. Why? Order block, look, order block has done its job for came back again, made the inverse gap. So after the order block, when it will done its job, what should you expect? My question, what should you expect? Anybody can reply me. After the order block has been traded, what should you expect? Anyone here can tell me that. I'm really interested to know that. Why I told that this is one of the best inverse gap. Why I put my stop loss below this low. Not below this low. This is the best area to put the stop loss, but I put it over here. Even I could just put it over there, but I put it over here. Is there anyone who can tell me that while the order block is done, order block job is done, what should you expect? Big John Viking, boom, 47 points of inversion fair value gap. Thank you, brother, for that boom. Ezeki, guys, I deserve some boom, guys. I deserve some boom. Please. No, no manipulation, brother. Absolutely. I can see that. My boy is actually over there. Thank you, RP, for saying that. Without reading RP's comment, can anyone tell me that what should you expect after the order block is it's done its job? Now I can see some boom. I will explain. Abab, I will explain, brother. I will explain. I will explain. But just before that, let me know after the order block, what should you expect when the order block is done its job? No, Marquis, you should not say that, man. It was not an expected answer or reply from you, brother. Hey, don't you? You got your boom, brother? Did you see how beautiful this price action? Why I'm saying this is the beautiful price action? Let me explain, okay? Boom for you, brother. I took a trade in my Apple. Oh, okay. You took the trade as well. Congratulations, brother. Hi guys. Hey Jeeps FX. How are you, brother? A fair value gap. Yes, done it too. But I was interested to see the exact thing. Okay, whatever it is. Let me actually explain. I'm coming to this water block. Already you know that why this is not the real water block. This is called the propulsion block. I'm not going to use that term propulsion block here. The reason is propulsion block has some more conditions, some more terms to use as it as propulsion block. So I would love to make it very simple for you guys so that you can understand how to use the term order block or change in state of delivery. So market has traded that order block. I'm going to mark the open because this is the most sensitive line. Most sensitive line. This is the order block. What else you have to mark? The 50% of that order block. What does it mean? The mean threshold. Now, order block and the 50% of this order block is around the same level, so I'm not going to mark it actually. One body has closed below this mean threshold. The very next body has closed above the mean threshold. What does it mean? The mean threshold is holding the market. After trading the order block, the job is done. What should you expect? By the third candle, it's gonna be an unfilled fair value gap. You should expect there will be an unfilled fair value gap. What is that? Wanna see? Unfilled by the third candle. So this is the second candle that has been validated. Let me actually remove it. Remember the next buy side liquidity is here. So it has a possibility to go for that buy side liquidity now. Guys, this is something you have to keep them one after another. This is called, I actually called it consequences. This candle, first candle, this candle, second candle. Sorry, my mistake. First candle, which has built an imbalance by the second candle. First, second, built the fair value gap. This is the third candle. This candle, if it failed to close this gap 100%, this is going for the liquidity. 99, what did I say? 99% I'm sure it is going to take that liquidity. Why? When I have seen this market is here, I have already seen that this gap is unfilled. Market didn't fill this gap. What should happen? What should you expect after the order block has been traded? When the order block has been traded, what should you expect? There will be an unfilled gap by the third candle. For the first time, when it has traded the order block, that was the gap. See this gap over here? This is the second candle that has been built the gap. Third candle has closed. Okay, my mistake actually. Third candle is here. Fourth candle has closed this gap over here. I'm not going to use it. I use the third candle, but sometimes fourth candle, fifth candle was also important. Okay, so I need some kind of run that will go through this gap. It will go away from that gap, not exactly the third candle. For example, immediate reaction, I keep saying that within 3 candle is the best, but maximum 5 candle. It is very specific. 6 candle, not acceptable. But here, third candle means the third candle here. Fourth candle, fifth candle, sometimes you have to observe them as well. But if you see the run against this gap, that is saying that, oh, okay, I'm going to leave it open. There is a possibility market will not trade this gap. There is a possibility that this market will not trade this gap. At the same time, if you allow this gap with this gap, what do you see over here? An inverse gap. Even if it failed to trade this gap over here around there. Okay, this is the unfilled gap high. That line is the unfilled gap high over here. That gap here, that line is the unfilled gap high. This candle has validated this as an order block. So next candle, come here, trade that fair value gap, keep going higher. I'm using this as an inverse gap. Why is that? I'm afraid that it will trade this unfilled gap. I'm afraid of that. Maybe it will trade this unfilled gap. Maybe it will not trade. I don't know what is going to happen with this unfilled gap or these two black lines. But I'm more interested to see this inverse gap, which is aligned with the unfilled gap, is going to work. That means even if market fail to trade this unfilled gap, it will trade this inverse gap. And then if I see this type of rejection, I'm 90% sure market is going to take this liquidity, that liquidity. If I have any other liquidity, everything is going to be cleared by that run. So do you get the point? I'm not saying this is the gap. I didn't talk about this inversion fair value gap until here. I didn't talk about that. Why? Market didn't finish the job over here. No, nothing has been finished, right? No order block has been done, nothing, so I don't need to talk about that. Finally, when the market has done its job, give me the run, then come back again, trade that order block, fill or make that unfilled gap. I'm interested to see it will go higher. Everything is coming in point, or according to I mean, are you guys getting the point? In short, okay, it's very difficult for me to explain the exact word as English is not my mother language. So I'm actually translating the language from Bengali to English. But is this making sense to you? Why this one should work, and why I was 99% confident that this is going to be taken. Not only this one, but also that liquidity as well. I believe that that will be taken as well. But it can fall. If it falls, that means another buying opportunity. Every time it will fall, another buying opportunity. Every time it will fall, another buying opportunity. Until where? Nude opening gap is not closed by the body. If the 50-minute candle closed below this nude opening gap, no, it's not. I am not bullish anymore. Simple. I'm not bullish anymore. No trade is for me. But I'm looking for the whole day bullish run. How many bullish setup you got? First order block trade, perfect 20 handle. Second order block trade, perfect 20 handle. Third, from this unfilled gap or the inverse gap. Boom. Unfortunately, there was the 22 YT model. I was not able to take this trade from the 22 YT model because of my stop loss. It was huge stop loss. I didn't take that because of the huge stop loss. Okay, so something like that. Liquidity taken, and I actually used 2-minute chart because 1-minute chart is little messy. I was not able to mark the entry gap. That is why I went to 2-minute chart to mark my entry gap here, and that was the last gap. I guess that was the last gap around this area. This is that last gap. I'm going to mark it here around this area. So maybe from this gap, when you got the market structure shift 1 2, the very next candle has given you the trade from that entry gap. This is the 22 YT model. I told that this is the best model. I'm not able to take this entry because my stop loss has to be below this area. At least I have to cover that last fair value gap. So what else I can do? I can put it over here around 20 handle. Maybe I'll get stopped out, and you will, all of you will start to judge me. Oh brother, that didn't work. But no, the stop loss has to be here. Did you ever get stopped out? No. Where is your buy? I mean, partial. That should be your partial, right? The nude opening gap low. That should be your partial, or maybe 20 handle. Just 20 handle. So here, that should be your partial. After taking the partial, hold your trade until this buy side liquidity, which is here. Just hold it until that area. From the best 22 YT model, I didn't take it because my stop loss was too big. If I am not interested here, at least I have to put it below the candle which has made the breakaway gap. This was the breakaway gap. I have to put it here, which is still 35 handle. No, I'm not interested to go for that. I will better skip the trade. Did I talk about sell? Did I talk about? I'm confused, brother. Is it going to fall? No, nothing. I'm saying you, it is a bullish market until this is not broken. If it is broken, man, I'm done. Today is not a day for me. I'm not interested to trade. I showed you the beauty of the water block. I showed you, like this one. I actually explained it later, but I'm not working with this inverse gap or these things. I'm not working right now. So that is why I actually didn't talk about that. But I showed you the beauty of the water block. Same thing I explained. I keep repeating this one. Same thing I have explained in this gap, in this video. It's not cherry picked. It is going to work. Not 100% of the time. Sometimes it will not work. I promise you, brother. Sometimes it will not work. But count how many times it works and how many times it doesn't work. Count it by yourself. And then thanks me later, okay? Thanks me later. By the way, I am going to remove it because market didn't take it. I didn't say that market can't take it. Market could take it. The previous day low, it could take it today. But if it was Wednesday and ICT tweeted that I'm observing this low, I would simply say that ICT is wrong. I will be right. Market can't take this low because this is a bullish market. Market has to go higher. If it clear previous day low, it will keep falling, which is absolutely against the bias, and it should not happen. As it is Tuesday, which is actually the manipulation day, it could happen that means market could take that low. That is why I didn't go against him. But if it was Wednesday or Thursday, I would simply say that I see it is wrong. I am going to prove him wrong. Of course, he is my mentor, and I have that right to to prove him wrong, as all of you have the right to prove me wrong. That is the buy side liquidity, extreme buy side liquidity. Okay, so that could be the entry from 22 YT model. That could be your target from the 22 YT model. The best model. Go back, recheck. What did I say? Best model. I'm not able to take the entry just because the stop loss is too big. So I'm not interested to take this trade. So instead of that, I was showing you the water block entry opportunity. Sir, I have one doubt. Please tell me that, brother. Bro, I looked profit. Thank you. I booked the profit. Thank you. No need to thanks me, brother, because I believe that all of you have watched this video. You have watched that video. You have marked all of these order block things. You have marked them. As I told, I didn't put all the information here. I was not able to do that. In that type of situation, it would be like 3 hours long video. Nobody actually support that. All of you needs 5 minute video, 10-minute video. Not all of you, most of you need 5 minute video. So within 5 minutes, explain me the order block. I can't do that. Everything I talked here, no bullshit talking. Everything was related with the price action. But still, it is 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I was not able to, like, this information, that information, I was not able to put in that video. Otherwise, it would be like 3 hours long video. Lot of other information I was not able to put that video. So you guys have watched that video. You have marked that order block, or if you are with me for so long, you already know that how to use this gap or the unfilled gap to understand the run toward that area. So of course you did it by yourself. So thank you, brother, because you learned it and you got your book. Thank you. Do you have MSS now? No MSS is valid over here around this area. First of all, this is the area which is inside. Look on your right. No 22 YT model is valid while this market is very near to this area or below that area, because you have lot of new opening gap, new week opening gap, lot of things. So here no trade is valid. My next buy is valid while this market will close above this line from the new week opening gap high. Then the buy is valid, and this buy side liquidity is my actually the final target for today. I don't think so it will go until that area, but if it can go over here. But no trade is valid while this market is inside this zone. Look, all the trade I framed from here, because I know that if I frame a trade here, I'll be able to take some kind of partial until the new opening gap low. Some kind of partial, maybe 20 handle, 25 handle, 26 handle, I don't care. But I will get some partial over here. But when I have found the order block, 22 YT model entry over there, right? So it was here. From there to there, it's just 16 handle. I'm not interested to take the buy from this area, from this gap, because it's just 16 handle. It's not even 20 handle. So I'm not interested to take the entry. Same thing here. Do I have the market structure shift? Of course I have the market structure shift. Did it trade this gap? Of course it has traded that gap within like very immediately. This is the last fair value, by the way. Everything is cool over here, but I'm not interested to take the buy over here. Why? Because it is inside the zone. Anytime it can be respected. At the beginning of the last stream, not this stream, last stream, I showed this to you. I think in this stream, if I'm not wrong, in this stream, yeah, in this stream, I actually showed you how beautifully it is respecting and why we should not trade when this market is around here. Okay. Hi, bro. Good morning. Hey, Gangjong. Good morning, brother. Boom. The water block video is fire. Hey, Davis. Thank you so much, brother. Please write some comment in that video. Okay. So later when people will come to watch that video, they will take the comment, and when they will see there is no comment, they will skip the video. So I need you guys to write down something, some kind of feedback to that video. Okay, it's a request for other people. It's not for me. It's for other people. I'm very lazy guy. I refuse to make the video. I refuse to make that video. Yesterday I was forced to make that video because the load shedding. I came around the PM session. I wanted to explain everything through the live, but the electricity was gone. I was helpless. Without making that video, I didn't have any other opportunity. So I have made that video. Now I'm feeling happy because people will be able to watch that video later. I'm really happy. But I'm really so lazy. So I'm not asking you guys to watch that video so that I will get some views. How many views I'll get? Maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000. Nothing, brother. Trust me. people are getting million of the views. I'm just 1000 view. It doesn't have any value. But if you watch it, you will learn it. You will be able to understand why I keep saying this is beautiful price action, this is ugly price action. Sometimes you see that the market is one-sided. It is going one-sided, but I keep saying this is very ugly price. Why? Over there, the PDRS doesn't work. But here, even though it is consolidating, but PDRS are respecting so beautifully. I showed you how it will come here. It will be respected from there. It will come again here in that order block. It has to come here. Then I will look for the order block. Then it should go through this area. Then it will go ahead and take that buy sell liquidity. Remember this gap? I keep saying that this gap doesn't have any value. No value. Simply no value. This gap has no value. So this information is going to help other people to understand this price action. And it's for free. I know people don't give a shit about the free things. They don't care, okay? Man, I don't care. I need to pay someone to understand the price action. It is free, I don't care. Whatever it is. So please write down something below that video. I really appreciate, guys. Please give me some kind of feedback. Don't just overwhelming feedback. Don't do overwhelming feedback. Just let me know your true opinion in that comment box, okay? So that people will, when they will check the comment box and they will see something positive, they will be able to watch that video and they will be able to be a profitable trader. That's my only intention to from all of you guys. Sachin, I didn't still, yes, it makes sense. I understand. Thank you, Derek. Sachin, what is your doubt, brother? Please let me know. Ravi, thanks for that. Boom, penguin, boom. Do you have MSS? I have replied you. Gangjong. Okay, boom. Thank you, brother. The best 1 hour, 11 minute ever. Okay, Marquis. That's a great comment. But, brother, I really want you guys to write something on the comment box so that people, first people check the comment, then watch the video. So if you write something that will inspire them to watch that video for themselves, not for me, not for you, for themselves, it will be like you'll be helpful. You will be grateful, man. One day, I mean, you will help other will help you. That's the way this world works. Usually take 15 minute, 1 minute entry, but today you took 1 hour. 1 minute entry, is that okay? Maximum is 1 hour, brother. In that video I told that maximum is 1 minute, sorry, 1 hour. The maximum higher time frame we use 2 time frame entry, and I used the 1 hour because the 50 minute was absolutely messy. So yeah. Ooh, hey DB, took sell. Congratulations, brother. I think you got my I took buy, so you took the sell and you got the consistency. That's cool, man. Loss is boom for me now. No worries, man. You took it intentionally. I know that. I was not in your stream this morning. Wanted to see if I can find my own order block. So glad I had marked it like my teacher, bro. Hey, Gangjon, congratulations, brother, for that boom, brother, for marking that in a very nice way. If you are enjoying this stream, kindly smash the like button and do subscribe on channel. Please do that. Mati, thank you so much, brother, for reminding other people to do that. I don't know how many likes actually I got. By the way, if you go to Tito's YT channel and go to playlist tab, you can search which topic you are looking for. The playlist is complete. You just need to search your topic. Okay, that's a nice idea, brother. Thank you so much for that idea. Yeah, it's really a good idea. Okay, if you come here, I think it's not there. I think it's here. So here, if you come over here and there is a search button. If you search here, for example, order block, ORDER, order, ELOC, order block, for example, okay, and if you enter, it will give you the order blocks video. So over here, sorry, yeah, all of the video which is actually related with the order block, you will find it over here, okay, around this area. For example, if you mark it last fair value gap, write it down. What is last? You are interested to learn what is last fair value gap. Okay, last fair value gap. You will write it down over there and you will search it. It will show you last fair value gap. Last fair value gap price action by ICT trading concept part 1, part 2. Okay, maybe 100%. I don't know. It's the clickbait actually. Clickbait the title. Don't focus over there. Please don't do that. So you will be able to see that. Okay, so just go to the playlist here in the playlist, and then just search whatever you are looking for from that search area. You will get everything because I have already put everything inside here. You need something like narrative, okay? So you are interested about to know about no, not narrative. Let's go for the bias. Daily bias. Daily bias. Just write it down and hit the enter. It will show you. Uh, this is the daily bias folder actually. Full 1 minute chat, no daily bias. This is no daily bias. Okay, all of the things you will get over here if you just search them. Thank you, Madi, for sharing that information. Thank you so much, brother. A lot of book, by the way, today. Yesterday, a lot of book. Today, a lot of book. Because in there, I need two time frame, 1 minute and 50 minutes. When in the 1 minute word block, cattle makes the liquidity. Then after validate the word block, it takes that. What did you say? What is your question, Sachin? But when it's aligned with 50 minutes, it left that. Why is that happened today or and 2 to 3 days before also? Is it the nature or is random thing? 50-minute gap is a very strong gap from 1 minute chart. So you are actually not going to catch the run. See this run, you are not going to catch the run. For example, it left the liquidity with some kind of here. Some kind of liquidity has been built with a previous low. There is some kind of low here. Okay, look, here is a low and there is a low. Just for example, there is a low. It has built a relatively equal lows. At the same time, there is an order block. There is an order block. So you are going to catch the run from that order block. This is called reaction. 2 minute time frame, two time frame order block will give you the reaction, and that reaction with a certain amount of handle, for example 20 handle in my opinion, you will almost every time you will get that 20 handle. Then if you have some kind of liquidity over here and market would love to take that liquidity, good. If it doesn't do that, instead of that it fall and clear that liquidity it has been built over here, still respecting this, that is your new opportunity to take the buy until that buy sell liquidity. So here, when you are trying to take the entry from the order block, you are not trying to take the reversal. Remember that. You are trying to catch the reaction, just the reaction, and that reaction will make you profitable if you take the partial. Is that clear, Sachin? I'm gonna watch the video. Please watch that video, Michael, and please leave some comment over there. It's a request, all of you. Please do that for me, for other people in future. I really appreciate you, bro. You have been great help. Hey, Tevin, I think you are new. Campbell, brother, are you new here, brother? I didn't read your name before, but thank you so much for your comment, brother. I was waiting for London low on yes to be taken and took it from Waterblock. Check the Discord and let me know what you think. First of all, I don't look for the London low. I don't look for the Asia low. I don't look for the London high, Asia high, nothing. So they're valueless to me. So if your point is made by the London low, it's absolutely something I'm not going to comment. Okay, Gangjong? It's not important because, man, the way I showed you the daily previous day high, previous day low is important. Last week also I showed you that when people are keep saying bullshit, how they are being used. The same way there is some logic. Man, what did I say? I told that I'm observing this quadrant level. I'm observing this. I'm not a master of that. I'm observing. I'm predicting something. Then later, if sometimes it works, I will try to use the same logic next time. If it works, next time. If it works, next time. I will keep watching. I will keep watching how many times my prediction is going to be right and the same thing is going to happen again and again. If I see that, then and only then I will start to talk about this quadrant level. Oh man, look, it is now going to work. This is how I learned this concept. The thing you were seeing in water block at the beginning when I started to talk about the water block at the beginning, okay, not start. I didn't start to talk about the water block. I told that ICT told nobody knows what is a water block. Nobody knows. Okay, so he is going to publish a book where he will explain the water block. So I was keep refusing. I'm not interested to talk about the water block. Please don't force me. I'm not interested. People keep forcing me. You can watch 2 years ago live streaming every single day. And if you someone is with me for too long now, maybe 2 years now, you guys know that people keep forcing me. Please talk about the water block. Please talk about the water block. Please talk about the water block. Then I started to talk about the water block. But that, how do I know that this is the way I will look for the water block? The thing I showed you, step by step. Can you please refer me another one video or another one YouTube member or another one guy except ICT, of course, because I don't know where ICT what he has published. So except ICT, can you please show me another single guy who can show you everything step by step and show you the thing in live, that it is going to repeat it again and again, just for the water block. Just can you please show me one single guy? The thing I showed you from the 15-minute last fair value gap. Okay, this is the 15-minute yeah. This is the last fair value gap. This is the last fair value gap. Market is in between these two areas. Can you please show me or recommend me another single one video where people actually talked about these things so precisely and going to work so beautifully? If you can do that, I will say that okay, man, he's really genius. So the things I have learned here, it is my own study. So I got the concept from ICT. There is something called first presented fair value gap. I started to study it. Okay, where I can mark that gap that is going to be respected most of the time. Not always, most of the time. Is that this gap or is that this gap? Finally, I found that for NQ, 5 handle gap is going to be respected. Now these days, ICT is doing the same thing. What I'm saying here for month and month and month. Okay, even before ICT started to talk about the first presented gap. Now ICT is approving it, right? Even today as well, whatever it is. So this is why I'm saying, brother, something I'm trying to show you here, that is my observation. I observed the things first because there is no one to answer me. I tried it, man. I tried a lot of people. Please, brother, help me. Why this is the market structure shift? Why that is that? Why that is that? Nobody replied me. Not even a single guy in this whole world replied me ever. Whatever it is. So I started to study it by myself, and finally I found something that I'm sharing to you. That's all. Okay, Sachin, I think I have given you the reply, brother. If you are happy, then cool. If you are not still doubt, you are in still doubt, let me know that. Okay, I took sell now. Hurt my consistency. Don't do that. Hit my consistency. Okay, brother. Okay, go for that. We'll write it, bro. Thank you. Boom for me. I made more than consistency, but now all good. That's cool, brother. Brother, when will this ICT 22 why don't teacher be done? I love the word block and breakup block, Tito. I would love to spend one more month. Okay, I just started it for 1 month only, so 1 or 2 more months for the 22 YT model. After 1 or 2 months, then I will start to talk about the breaker block and the inverse gap all together, because breaker block is very rare. It's not going to happen every single time. So maybe in a week you will get one or maximum two breaker block. Inverse gap is something like that. Maybe in a week you will get it two times, 3 times. Not something like every day. It's not something like that. So I will start to work with both of them, inverse gap and the breaker block. As every day, it is not going to appear. Okay, Marcus. Market left equal lows at 20. Okay, that's cool, Bin. If you are interested to take sell, please go for it, because the liquidity has been taken. Okay, so that was the liquidity. My interest was that liquidity today that has been taken. This is the extreme liquidity. I don't think so it will go over there. Okay, I really don't think so. The liquidity I was looking for, it has been cleared already. So if it left some liquidity here, you guys can think about sell now below that new day opening gap. The sell is only valid below this new day opening gap. If it left some liquidity here, start to look for selling opportunity while the candle will close below this area. Then start to look for sell. Is that clear, brother? Yes, yes, it's clear, but I'm asking that what I have think of that, because I have seen 90% in 1 minute it takes it, but in 15 minutes it left the like today. Asking because of surroundings are clear, it gives the confidence. Now, Shachin, the simple answer is, as you have already observed and you have seen that a lot of time it left. Leave your analysis, brother. I really didn't think like that way. I never see like that way. The things you are saying, okay, most of the time in 1 minute chart it takes the liquidity, but from 15-minute chart it doesn't take the liquidity. That is your observation. Now I didn't actually observe the market like that. Now it is difficult for me to reply to that question. I hope you'll understand, brother, because I didn't observe it. So I can't simply say that, brother, it is going to be, you can do that. Okay, I can't do that. I can't say like that. as I really don't know about that. Is that satisfied reply for you, brother? Nobody, you are junior ICT. No, I'm not like that. Don't say like that. But suggestion, please mention water block and 22 YT together. Vin, can you please tell me what did you mean by last comment? If I were bearish, would you agree that 11:04 a.m. consecutive bearish water block? Now, brother, look at this line, okay? Below, until this market is not below this line, I can't mark any kind of order block. I can't mark any kind of order block. That is the first thing. Now, if I skip this nude opening gaps, if I skip just for the sake of this conversation, I'm thinking that there is no nude opening gap. Not this one, not this one. None of them is over there. So there is only this is the new week opening gap. No, these two new week opening gap. Just this new week opening gap, not these two. And I have some kind of sell side liquidity here. Let me actually mark it. So this is the liquidity so far. Sell side liquidity. And my bias is bearish. For example, even though my bias is not bearish, I'm not thinking this is going to take this liquidity. I'm not thinking none of them. Okay, nothing is I'm thinking. All I'm thinking, this is a bullish market. It will start to go higher again. That's all I'm thinking. But for example, my bias is bearish. There is no new opening gap here. No new opening gap here. So I'm coming in 1 minute chart. In 1 minute chart, for the first time, you can see. Remember, there is just this new week opening gap. And let me actually move it from the 1 minute chart. And I'm going to remove this one. Remember, my bias is not bearish, so don't get confused. Look how I actually do that. I don't know that it worked or not. Okay, I really don't know. I'm just going to show you with the logic. First of all, think that this new opening gap is not here. This new opening gap is not here. Just this new week opening gap is here. Nothing is here. And I have this sell side liquidity there. I'm bearish. For the first time, this is the candle which has traded this new week opening gap. Immediately, I will mark this low to look for the order block, bearish order block. So this is my intention to think, can it make the order block over here? Just let me go like this way. Why it's not working? You want to exit the replay mode? Yes. Start new. Oh, okay, it is not going to work from here actually. It is going to work from there. So I would love to use this one, and just let me mark a box here so that you can understand there is the new week opening gap. By the way, I need to know that Sujivan, you are still here or not. If you are not here, I will not continue this thing. Are you still here? If you continue 22 YT model next month, my suggestion was to also add order block. I'm doing that. The order block is the part of 22 YT model. So I will actually add this one as well. It's first way to learn if it happens live. Of course, man, I'll do that. But you have to have some kind of basic idea. That's why I made that video. So even you are still here, because if you are not here, okay, you are still here. Okay, thank you. Just for the sake of this conversation, think this is the new week opening gap. There is no other new opening gap, and I'm believing this market is coming here. For the first time, it came to this new week opening gap. I don't need any 15-minute gap, hourly gap, nothing, because this is the strongest fair value gap outside of every PDRA ICT have ever introduced until now. This is the highest or the strongest PDRA. I'm now interested to see if this is going to work an order block. That means the body will close below this line. I have got my order block. I'm watching the next candle failed to close below this area, and then finally it has built another candle or the consecutive candle over here. Consecutive candle. This is not valid as an order block, bearish order block. Why? Because this candle low is inside this gap. So it's not valid. This is the consecutive candle which is valid as an order block. So far, okay. So if the body close below this, I'm interested to take the sell from this order block now. Let's see what happened. Still now there is no body close, okay. And at the same time, you can see there is no other body that has been closed above this body. So until now, I'm interested to watch this one. If I don't want to mark this one, and if I see that I think this is the highest now, okay. But to my opinion, this is more beautiful. This is more beautiful. By the way, let's go with the rules actually. When it has built another highest up close body close candle or the consecutive candle here, I'm going to use this one. Is the body close below this? No, still no, there is no body close. So I still don't have any opportunity to take entry. And this is the first time I have found the order block. This is the consecutive order block. The very next candle has given me the entry from this order block. Look, this is the order block. Which candle? That candle has been appeared on the chart around 1104. Stop loss above 2 tick above the consecutive order block. So it can be here somewhere. Okay. So something like 20 handle or something like that. Go for 20 handle partial wherever the 20 handle is and keep watching. And then you got your partial over here. At least the partial is here. Then you can hold your trade as long as you want. I don't have any problem with that. Okay, actually the market is here some right now. This is going to be the order block step by step. But remember, you have to, there can't be any kind of new day opening gap. No sell is valid above the new day opening gap. That is the most important thing. See, first this candle is my consideration. This is the order block. Then this two consecutive candle, that is going to be considered as my order block. Finally, I can see another body close here. This is the highest body close. This is the highest body close, but I can't use this candle as my order block. Why? Because this is an indecisive candle. But unfortunately, I have the consecutive candles. So this low is valid. There is no other body that has closed above this body. So this is consecutive order block so far. That candle closed below this order block. The very next candle gave me the entry. Stop loss is 2 tick above this consecutive candle, not above this high. But you know, like it is 2 tick means that doesn't mean that 2 tick. Okay, it doesn't mean that. Okay, sometimes depends. Just put it one handle above, depending on the price. I just give you an overall idea. Just 2 tick, 3 tick. It doesn't mean you will put it 2 tick above. It's very kind of, you can't break that rules. No, it's not like that. Depending on your understanding. If you see your entry is here and until here it's just 5 handle. Just for example. So your entry is actually from, for example, okay. So your entry is here, just for example, and the stop losses should be here, which is like 10 handle. Just put it a bit higher, just a bit higher. What is wrong with that? Still, this is below than 15 handle, below the 20 handle, something like that. It doesn't mean that that is forbidden. No, I can't put my stop loss above 2 handle, 2 tick above that that candle. So please remember that one. That things I actually forgot to add on that order block video. And then this candle trade that order block. I don't know, did it trade the mean threshold of that order block or not? Let me check if it has traded the mean threshold. Yeah, it actually did it, and so beautifully, so beautifully. This is really so beautiful. If it failed to trade the mean threshold, that is the best case of scenario. That means market is extremely bearish. Trade the mean threshold. Unfilled gap. Unfilled gap means market is extremely bearish. Unfilled gap means market is extremely bearish. And then maybe it is coming for that sell side liquid. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But no sell is valid until this market doesn't close below the new day opening gap. There is the new day opening gap. Don't forget about that. No sell is valid. At least not from here. By the way. Now, I don't think so. It has given any opportunity. Let me actually check if it has given any opportunity. No, it didn't actually. No, it didn't actually. What a bit. Sujiban, is that clear, brother? Yes, I'm listening. Okay, and watching. Thank you, Sujiban. Sachin, okay, sir. Okay, I think you got my point. Thank you, brother. Sujiban, is that clear to me, to you or not? Let me know that, please. Let me check how many likes did I get. 179 likes actually. Guys, if you push the like button, I will be really so happy, man. I mean, that's all I beg for you, beg for, right? One guy actually is a long time ago. He's of course a beautiful guy. ICT himself promoted him. Of course, a beautiful guy. I really respect him. But he told that in his life, I beg for life, like. I beg for like. Yeah, I beg for like. I don't beg for the money. I don't beg for. I don't beg you guys to please join my mentorship. I don't ask you guys to give me the money by my Discord paid group. I don't say that. All I beg for the likes. That's all I beg for. If you say it's wrong, I'll stop doing that as well. By the way, here for the first time, I'm going to look for the bearish order block by using this first presented gap. Yes, very clear. Thank you. You're most welcome, Sujivan. We have to watch the video to better understand the ICT concepts. Please write down something below that video. It's my request. Please, guys, I really request you guys, please write down something below that video if you like it. If you like it. So that later people will see the comment. They will be interested. They will be interested to watch that video by reading your comment. So do something like that. I need that, man. People need to know about the water block. This is so beautiful PDF. You don't need to lose the money. This market is really so beautiful to make the money. But it's actually making the people are making this so difficult to make the money. I don't know why. This is so easy concepts. So easy. I have no idea why it is so difficult for some of the people, by the way. Like brother, thank you. Winston Low, thank you so much. T2 is 1103, a breaker block asking for my understanding. 1103. Look, sister, see this low? If this market failed to take the low, that was that unfilled gap for the first time, it has the unfilled gap that has been filled 100%. Now, here, this is the breaker block. So far, this breaker block worked 95% of the time for me. That breaker block. So far, if it made another lower low, the highest up close body close candle is going to be the breaker block. Where this 1122 candle, and what did you say? 1103 candle. Where is 1103? 1103, 1103. Okay, why it is the water block? I mean breaker block. I don't know, sister. I really don't. But if you ask me, this is the only breaker block I can mark from my chart. So it's the buy. It should be the buy from here. That is the breaker block. If the body can close above this breaker block, that means when the body will close above this breaker block, I'm more interested to take the. Please don't push the button because you can see the buy is going to be just below the new opening gap. I'm just trying to show you the logic over here. That is the breaker block. It will work. Maybe it will work. It is not going to work. I don't care. It will work or not. Okay. Look at this bearish gap. You have to just cover that bearish gap. Just that bearish gap. And you can go for 1:1 partial, or maybe you take the 20 handle partial. Then you will hold your trade for that obvious liquidity. Relatively equal highs has been cleared over here by a shallow run around this area, which is called the obvious liquidity. Okay? That is the obvious liquidity. So you will look for that obvious liquidity from that breaker block after clearing some partial around 20. Please don't go for that because this market is below the new opening gap. It's highly risky to take the buy from here. If it is a breaker block, we take a sell from here. How to know where is the market? Where the market is coming for? It was absolutely clear, sister. Where did it came? There's nothing wrong. This market is inside this new opening gap and that new opening gap. Okay, all of this area and this area. This is all the game is playing in between these two areas. This is just consolidating around the same level because this is the NFP week. You have to understand that fact. And it came actually over here to that hourly last parallel gap, as well as there is actually 4 hour gap. You see here the 4 hour gap market is trading right now. That is the 4 hour gap, which I am really interested to mark actually as my high time frame period. That 4 hour gap. Which prop firm is $40 and no activation fees? It's a Blue Guardian futures, and the pin comment you will be able to see that today is the last day, by the way, guys. Today is the last day. By the way, let me actually check if I can log in to the Streamlabs so that I'll be able to make the giveaway. Just give me a second, okay? If I can log in, I will do the giveaway today because I should do it today. No, the server is still error. There is server error. I have no idea why. Let's see here the server error. I can't do that today. I hope I will be figure that out tomorrow. and I'll find out why it's not working. I don't understand the market like you are. I don't understand the market, brother. I'm trying to learn, brother. I really appreciate your explanation, brother. It's very, very, very clear. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Dolls. Oh, you were asking me this question. I thought Archana is asking me this question. Sorry, I was thinking that Archana is asking, but it was Dolls. Okay, sister, thank you so much. Nobody has closed out this. It's not the breaker block. Remember. But thank you guys for being over here. I'm really done. Mm, if there is any other question, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm really done. By the way, if you are interested, I can talk about yesterday's PM session where I started to talk about that yesterday PM session. Unfortunately, load shedding happened and I lose my connection. So that was the area I was trying. Let it go better. I think we should let it go. Yeah, that's the best. Let it go. You are Archana. Okay. Dolls ready and Archana, you have two different account, I guess. Okay, okay, sister, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking this Archana because Archana asked me this type of question, where it is like a bit difficult to answer for me. I mean, it's bit difficult for me to answer. Very tough question, okay? So I was thinking that Archana, and then when I saw Dolch, uh, so I thought, okay, this is another sister. But now I'm sure that this is Archana. See, I can recognize the question. Even I can recognize you by the question. I really love that. Can you please mark 24752.25? Let me do that, but before that, I need to smoke, okay? Just give me 1 second. And I was tired. I was really tired to talk with that guy who was actually doing the PhD things on the chat while I was talking about the buy. So he was showing me 3 minute chart, bullish parallel gap, bearish parallel gap, all of, all of these things he was showing me. I was getting very nervous to be honest. What should I say him? I was not finding any word to say him. So what did I say? I said, don't focus on chat. Instead, focus what I'm saying. So I had to tell him like that. And you are amazing. You recognize people by question. I try to remember that. So I keep saying, brother, please let me know from where you are watching me and just comment so that I can know who are you. I really love to remember you guys. Okay, today you beat ICT's prediction. I didn't beat it. I just told that maybe that low will be taken. I have no problem with that because today is Tuesday, so it can take that off. But my bias is bullish until the new opening gap is not broken. I will keep looking for buy. By the way, let me go. But thank you, Suziban. I didn't beat my mentor. He's my mentor. He's the mentor of every mentor. 24752.75. 752.75. Yes, brother, I have marked it. Sachin. Hey, Tajul, no giveaway today, brother. There is some technical error actually. I'm not able to do that today. The way you explain is amazing. I'm learning a lot from you. I will watch the Wordable video too. I really appreciate, sister, but please let me just write some kind of opinion in that video after watching. Okay, if you like it, just write down something so that people will be able to read that comment and they will get inspired to watch that video. I need that. I need to explain these things as much as people I can. Just for the sake of this conversation, which I keep repeating, but thank you, Sachin, for using the same proverb here. For the sake of this conversation, let's assume this is the order block from 1 minute candle, which have been made a sell side liquidity. Thank you, Rajkumari. Just for the sake of this conversion, let's assume this is water block from 1 minute candle. Okay, I'm going to assume that that is the water block. That line is the water block. So market actually tapped to this water block. 1 minute candle which have been made a sell side liquidity. Okay. Cannot line that candle. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. So this is the candle you are thinking. This is the water block. So you are telling me, let's assume this is the water block, and it has built the sell side liquidity. That is your question. Is that your question, brother? Oh, 11:27. Okay, that is your order block. Let's assume that is your order block. So there is your order block. There is your liquidity. So this is your question. Is that valid or not, right? I'm going to keep it. I need actually a clean chart. Let me go here. Sachin, if I'm not wrong, is that your question? For the sake of the conversation, this is the water block and this is the liquidity because market has built the liquidity. Is that entry valid or not? Is that your question, brother? I got 2 for 2 today. Very content. Okay, Matthew. Well, what did you take actually, brother? Matthew, because I am seeing this is your first comment. So what did you take? I really don't know. Today's price description was on point in regards to your video posted yesterday. Man, I need this comment on the comment box of that video. I need that, Anthony. To be honest, brother. I'm so sorry, brother, for requesting this, but please do that for me, please. Now this is the order block which have been made a liquidity. Yeah, is that this is your question? If this is the order block which has already left the liquidity here, is that valid as an order block or not? Is that your question? At this point, what do you look for entry? No, I'm not looking for any entry. This is the lunch hour. Lunch hour, I don't trade, brother. Unfortunately, I'm a very small knowledge person. I don't know how to trade the lunch hour. I know how to trade the lunch hour, but I don't want to explain that in this live because it's suicidal, by the way. Sachin, is that your question? Just tell me yes or no because I have to explain that. At this point, what okay, I'm not looking for anything. I'm going to smoke. I'm doing it. By the way, smoking kills. Okay, so please don't smoke. Oh my god, the gap which is marked as Monacy unfit. I had a limit order for sale there. No need to worry about that, man. I'm not saying that it is going to buy going higher or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not taking any trade. I don't have any idea where the market will go now. So no prediction. If it not launch, I would love to look for sell. If it not launch, I would love to look for sell. If it was not launched, but Sachin, I need the confirmation, brother, because I have to explain this, brother. I don't know. You are listening to me, brother. Let me ask you the same question again. Is this your doubt? It left the liquidity here, relatively equal lows. Now this is the order block. Just you are assuming this is the order block. 90% of the time you have seen that this market is going to take that liquidity. So it doesn't work. So can I use this as my order block or not? After seeing this liquidity over here, is that your question? That liquidity that okay, is that 11:27 low 1 minute liquidity. If it aligned with a 15-minute liquidity, mark left that. Why? Very confusing, brother. I'm not getting your comment. Okay, to be honest, I'm not getting your comment. What is your question exactly? I can't assume the price and then I can't explain the price. I have to have something. If I would love to go, if understand something you tried to explain here, I can reply it to you. For example, there is the hourly gap. Okay, for example, there is the hourly gap around here. So forget about this area. Forget about that. Better use this candle. This is the candle which has built the liquidity here. It has built a liquidity with the 15-minute candle on my left. Clean liquidity over here. At the same time, this is the 15-minute gap or the last gap for the sake of this conversation. I'm showing that this is the water flow. Even after seeing this liquidity, I'm seeing that this is the water flow. If this is your question, why I'm marking it as a water flow, even after seeing this liquidity? If it is your question, I will be able to reply you. So make sure that this is your confusion or not. Only if it breaks hourly inversion fair value gap. Okay, there is also hourly inverse gap. I didn't know that. Bro, can I ask you something? Of course, Kanjong, you can ask me something. Please let me know. I'm just trying to get the point from Sachin. At the same time, please ask me any kind of question. If I know the reply, I will do that. Yes, but it is my half question. Okay, let's go with the half question first. So if it is clear to you, then we'll go, or we will go to the next half. Okay. For example, this is the 50-minute last fair value gap or the entry gap. Anything over here. I have the liquidity there. I have the liquidity here from the bullish case of scenario. Now I'm not looking for the buy because there is the liquidity. No, I'm not looking for the buy. It's not my bias. I have made that video where there I explained why I'm bullish. First, you have to understand what is your bias. If you are bullish, you are going to expect that either the 50-minute last fair value gap or the 50-minute entry fair value gap is going to hold the market, send it higher. You should expect that, first of all. When you have decided your bias is bullish, you have the 50-minute entry or the last gap, as well as you have the clean buy side liquidity. You have to have the liquidity around that area. You have to have some kind of liquidity from 1 minute chart. If it is from 50-minute chart, that is the best case of scenario, but at least from 1 minute chart. You are now in 1 minute chart. You have seen that this market has fallen, left that liquidity, but 15-minute candle is respecting that entry gap or the last gap. I don't know whatever gap it is, but it is respecting that gap. I'm not worrying about this sell side liquidity anymore. Why? It is going to leave that liquidity for later. What type of later? Maybe after clearing this 1 minute liquidity, it will fall for this liquidity. Maybe after clearing this 15-minute liquidity and trading some kind of bearish PDR, it will fall for that liquidity. In that fall, I will not take any trade. At the first time it is going higher, I'm more interested to take that buy. This liquidity has been built with a long before. Just look over here. It has been built on 28th of September. This low is here from 30 September. Like 2 days ago, there was a low. After 2 days, it came here, build another low. Just go directly like this way. You are a support and resistance trader. You are watching every single swing low. When it come here, what you are going to think? This is relatively equal lows. Now, if this market doesn't give you some kind of reaction from there, because you are a retail trader, you are going to use the support and resistance logic. If it doesn't give you a run toward that area, how many people will believe that this is the double bottom? How many people? I don't think so. How the retail trader actually trade? When they see here, Some of them push the button. Some of them are confused. No, I'm not interested to push the button. Some of them, when the market start to reverse, they start to chase the market. Why? Because they are thinking this is a very strong support zone, but they are not sure at the beginning to take the buy. But when they are seeing this is reacting from that double bottom, they're chasing the market. This market has to go opposite of the liquidity level that has been built with a old low, not the very recent low. You have marked this one very recent low, not from like this way. That is a very old low. Maybe 1 days ago it has been built, maybe 2 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, maybe 1 month ago, maybe 1 year ago. I don't care. When it is an old low, market came here and is making the double bottom. Market has to go opposite way. Why? So that people will start to believe that it is a very strong support and they will start to chase the market. When it will happen, what will happen after that? Market will clear the most recent liquidity. Like this is from yesterday. The buy sell liquidity is from here. Actually, there that was the buy sell liquidity. It's from not even yesterday. I guess it's from today. Yeah, it's from today, not yesterday. Actually, my mistake. It is that liquidity. This is the liquidity has been built around the morning session, around 9:30 or something like that. Market has just cleared recently engineered liquidity. The liquidity that has been engineered here cleared that. Now it has a possibility to fall for this sell side liquidity. You are seeing this reaction here. It is building the liquidity, engineering the liquidity that is going to be cleared again. For example, yeah, I mean, for the sake of this conversation, but old lows or old highs, when they're built some kind of liquidity, most of the time market react from there. What we are doing here, we are marking the lowest down close candle to take the buy to catch that reaction. Is that clear, brother? If it is not clear, I have to break it more. See here, this run, it's not a buying opportunity to me. It's called the inducement. That means it's showing me that I'm bullish, but actually it's not bullish. See this gap? I prefer to take the sell if it can reverse this gap. That means the body will close below this, tap this, and it will clear this liquidity. This is the engineered liquidity. The market just engineered the liquidity here. So I would love to see it will be clear. By the way, I'm not interested to say what is going to happen over there. No, nothing. It is the lunch hour. I'm not trading over here. So please, Sachin, let me know. Do you understand this part first? As we are the ICT trader, what we are doing, we are using a 15-minute or hourly entry or last fair value gap that is going to stop the market. We are marking the order block. We are going for the opposite run or the reaction, just the reaction until a liquidity. It's a very small range, just the liquidity, and then it will fall or not. We don't care about that. As an ICT trader, we are doing that. Yes, have question. Okay, hourly chart Tuesday 3 a.m. Is it a breaker? Because the hourly order block high and low was taken. That's why I took the longs today. Okay, we'll look for that gang zone. Just give me a bit. Okay. Now the 1 minute and 15-minute difference clear to me. Is that clear, brother Sachin? If it is clear, then I can go to the Gangjong's question. If it is clear, just let me know. If it is not, I will break it more. If it is not 100% clear. So old low and recent low, or old high, recent high, it's called engineered liquidity, old support and resistance. Either it is the engineered liquidity that has been built by today or by the session. It is called engineered liquidity. Market most of the time clear that liquidity. With the old low, when market build the liquidity with old low or old high, then you will get some kind of reaction from there. Yes, sir. It is clear to me. Thank you, brother. I'm happy because I am able to clear that concept to you, man. I'm really happy. Okay, hourly chart Tuesday 3 a.m. is that breaker block. Hourly chart Tuesday 3 a.m. That a breaker. No, which Tuesday, brother? Is this today or like last week Tuesday? Which Tuesday? Because I don't see any breaker block here, unfortunately. Uh, oh, Thursday. My mistake. Sorry, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday, 3 a.m. candle. Here, you are asking about there. Is it a breaker block? Hmm, man, very tough question. Okay, do you want my true reply, brother, or I just should say something that will support my logic? What do you want? Let me know that first. Stupid question: why sell side liquidity is at 2471.75? Why sell side liquidity? Okay, just let me go with the Gangzong question first. Then I'll talk about that. Pizza Roman. By the way, no question is stupid. So of course, yeah, I understand, brother. The 3 a.m. candle, I saw that. Thursday 3 a.m. candle. Where was that? There was the third Thursday 3 a.m. candle. I saw that. I mean, if you ask me about the true opinion, I can give you the true opinion. What do you need? First, let me know that, okay? Because here's something I have to admit, okay? What do you need? That will support your idea, or do you need my true opinion? That's not. If you ask any question, I'm not saying this is a stupid question because you are in doubt, so you are asking me that question. I really appreciate it, man. So no question is stupid. You can have some kind of doubt. Of course, you can have some kind of doubt. So of course, I really appreciate it. Okay, if you really need the true opinion, I will say that this whole price, I have no idea from the hourly chart. I don't see anything over here, to be honest. According to the breaker block, this is my true idea. I mean, true opinion. Now, if you ask me here that 3 a.m. candle, this is 100% not the breaker block. It is not the breaker block. If I force the market, I repeat again, if I force the market, this can be the word, I'm sorry, the breaker block, but I'm forcing the market. Okay, this three consecutive candle can be the bullish breaker block. There is not even a single bearish breaker block in that market, not even a single bearish block. If you ask me more improvisedly, this breaker block, see this down close body close candle or this three candle, I can use them as my bearish breaker block over here. I'm again saying that because you can see this market never respect this bearish breaker block, never respected by this line, never been respected. So while I'm saying here, I'm just forcing the market. I, I can't use any kind of breaker block from all of this price action. First of all, if I'm extremely forcing the market, this is the only thing that I can use as my bearish breaker block. Sorry, bullish breaker block over here. This three candle. If I'm kind of overzealous, I have to mark the breaker block. But this is forcing without any logic, nothing as in hindsight, low high, lower low, just like that way. Otherwise, there is not even a single breaker block to me. It's my true opinion, brother. I mean, just true opinion. If you ask me like that way, I will say like that way. So now it's your choice, brother. So, how you are going to take it? True opinion? Are you going to mark it? No, there is no breaker block. Brother, you have to mark some breaker block. Then I will go for these three candle as my bullish breaker block. Just because of low, high, lower, low. Without any kind of reason. Low, high, lower. That's the only reason. Otherwise, that no reason to look for the breaker block. It's my true opinion, by the way. Uh, I'm sorry, brother. I just can't break it because it's really too messy to me. Either it's because I'm talking too long now about the price action. because I'm not getting any point right now. It's kind of like fog. I'm seeing the fog over here. When you asked me the question from here, actually, I'm seeing the fog in front of me. It is also possible. Maybe I'm talking about the price action so long now. That's why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Or maybe I really there is nothing. So there can be two type of situation. I'd love to go for the Bizaroman question 24721.75. Why this is the liquidity? Go to your 15-minute chart. See this swing over here. This is a swing from 15-minute chart. This is a low. This market came exactly to that low. Not exactly, it just came very near to this low. This low and that low has been built as an relatively equal lows, which is called sell side liquidity to me. Okay, Bizarman, is it clear? If not, let me know. It's very simple, no explanation, nothing. Single low has built relatively equal lows. It is the support, it's my word, I mean liquidity. Trump is probably speaking, that's why the price is breaking the first presented fair value gap many times. It is also possible. But by the way, let me know, let me see the word breaker block, how did it work? So is there any other opportunity? No, that was the breaker block actually. If I go for that area, this is the breaker block. I'm not saying that it is going to work because I was interested to see the market will fall. So to be honest, I wanted to see this market will fall. But according to the logic, if I strict with my logic, then this should be the breaker block because it has filled the unfilled gap. This is the unfilled gap. I don't want to see this gap will be filled by 100%. This candle has filled this gap 100%. So you can see here low, high, lower low. Then this market went higher, not higher here. It's not the word here. It should be the breaker block. So low, high, lower low. There is no other lower low or kind of low, high, lower low. So this is the only opportunity to mark the breaker block. This is the candle that has been validated as a breaker block. Again, I really wanted to see it will fall. I don't know why it is going higher, but this is the launch hour. So that should be the entry from here. I have to cover that last gap. Again, this could be the buy side liquidity. Can go for that buy side liquidity, which is the obvious liquidity. I don't want to see that, but it can happen from the breaker block. First of all, this is the launch hour. I'm not interested to go for any trade. Secondly, I'm more interested to see it will fall and clear this sell side liquidity. Thirdly, there is the nude opening gap just here. It is trading the nude opening gap. Okay, there is the nude opening gap on my right hand side. You can clearly see that this is the nude opening gap market is trading right now. So what I'm doing here, I'm going against the nude opening gap. By the way, maybe it will work, I don't care, but I really wanted to see it will keep falling. I really prefer to fall. Okay, no more buy actually. I really prefer to fall. Okay, thanks for that, brother. You're most welcome, Bizarro. Even though I was not able to uh, show you something beforehand, that liquidity I really didn't notice. When Sachin told me, then I found that there was a liquidity because that was not my focus over there. I'm bullish. I don't focus on the sell side liquidity. When it will be built as a sell side liquidity, I don't focus about that until the buy side liquidity is not cleared. Like yesterday, remember, clean lows. What did I say? I'm not going to say it is going to take that clean lows. First, it has to go to the last fabric. Then it can come back for that clean lows. But as my bias is bullish, first it has to go higher. Then it can fall. I don't have any problem with that. Okay, Trump and RFK Jr. are talking and announcing a dollar deal on medication. Let them talk, and this is the launch hour, so we should not be here in front of our chart. Go outside, take a walk, eat something, do the gym or do something, come back again around the PM session. Okay, so around the PM session, come back again. Until then, just stop trading. That's my opinion, true opinion. Okay, guys, I'm done for today. Uh, I don't know about the PM session. If I find something and there is no electricity problem, I'll come. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. And please, a request before closing this stream. Make sure that you have pushed the like button. That is my request. Okay, 100 likes. I'm really happy. And if you watch that video from the, you know, the video I showed you yesterday, I have uploaded. Please left your comment over there. That's all I'm asking. Please help me by this way. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I'm really so tired. I'm seeing fog in front of my chart. I am not seeing any price action over there. What is happening? I have no idea. I think I should close the chart. Otherwise, I'll provide you the misinformation. I don't want to do that. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers. Thank you, Sudivan. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Bizarro. Thank you, everyone.